Good evening, St. Louis! And welcome to the beautiful Grandel Theater as Four Hands Brewing Company presents Grandel Wrestling STL versus the World 2. We have an amazing card for you here tonight, and it all kicks off with your opening contest presented by your State Farm agent, Tanya Interion. Fully bilingual, Spanish and English, serving all of Missouri and Illinois. Tanya Interion with State Farm. This contest is set for one fall, and it is for the CMLL Historic World Welterweight Championship.
Yeah, super rock. Only one thing on my mind, one final shot, one final grind, throwing Hail Marys from the 9. They saying this the final hours of my prime. Only one thing on my mind, one final shot, one final grind, throwing Hail Marys from the 9. They're saying this the final hours of my prime. One final time, it's a grand finale. Separate myself from every single Dick and Harry. It ain't about the money, it's about my pride, about the legacy. I'm running out of time. One final time, it's a grand finale. My heart and soul predicted all of this already. Got the fire burning strong in my belly, my swan song. I hope you all are ready. I know what you think when you look at me. I can see it in your eyes, I know you're hungry. But you looking like dinner to this OG. Being fasted all that days, you know I'm ready to eat. Only one thing on my mind, one final shot, one final grind. Throwing Hail Marys from the 9. They saying this the final hours of my prime. Only one thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest produced in cooperation with CMLL Lucha Libre in Mexico. This bout, set for one fall, is for the CMLL World Historic Welterweight Championship. Your referee is Allison Lee. Introducing first, the challenger from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 202 pounds. He is your father's favorite wrestler, Dan the Dad. His opponent, accompanied by Chico El Luchador from Roppongi, Japan, weighing 183 pounds. He is the defending CMLL World Historic Welterweight Champion, Rocky Asuka Romero. One fall for the title. Tonight's bouts have no time limits.
Let's go, Rocky! And we're off. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight for STL versus the World #2, presented by Grandel Wrestling and Four Hands Brewery. I am Greg Jovine here tonight to call all the action. And St. Louis's loss is my gain. I have beside me Matt Seidel here to help call the action with me this evening.
All right, I couldn't be more excited about this card, starting off with a CMLL Welterweight Championship match.
What better way to kick off STL versus the world with a literal world-traveled champion, Rocky Romero, with the world historic welterweight championship, a belt that obviously by its name, historic championship. And Dan the Dad has an amazing opportunity to capture that title here in his hometown tonight.
Yeah, that's right. I believe Rocky Romero said, I think I only have one fan in this town, but he'd be wrong because I'm a fan of Rocky Romero. I've wrestled this guy for championships in Japan at the Tokyo Dome, at Korakuen Hall, all over the world. And so I got to say, in terms of experience, I think I'm going to give Rocky that edge. But the X factor, the it factor is Dan the Dad. And plus, this is STL versus the world, and Dan's representing STL, so.
Well, there's not many people that are going to have a bigger hometown edge here tonight than Dan the Dad, a true favorite son of St. Louis here, that's seen his career just skyrocket in Glory Pro and beyond. And they're definitely going to be on their side. This is an away game for Rocky Romero and Chico out here as well, for sure, who has to be kept an eye on as well. Dan the Dad out here alone. Early on, Dan the Dad's going to be feeling out Rocky Romero here. To my knowledge, first time these two have clashed here in the middle of the Grandel Wrestling Ring. And that's what this is all about. This evening is about bringing together opponents that would never cross up right here in the state of St. Louis, in the state of Missouri. St. Louis definitely not a state, Matt.
Rocky comes out of the LA dojo from New Japan. He's showing Dan that he's got the skills. It's like he's going to have to level up a little bit tonight.
On the last time I personally called one of Dan the Dad's matches, he was wrestling another famous masked combatant. We were talking about Chico Luchador earlier. He went up against, oh my God, look at this. Amazing display of athleticism from Dan the Dad, trying to catch Rocky Romero's feet. He can't quite do it, but Romero is definitely wearing down there.
All right. Dan the Dad has an answer.
Dan the Dad has definitely been world traveled, as I was saying. He's been across and wrestled in Canada many times. He wrestled here in St. Louis the last time up against the Spicy Luchador.
Yeah, and last time I saw him was in Orlando for AEW Dark, so he really is making the rounds. You know, the spotlight's been on him. I don't think he wants to share it tonight.
What an amazing night this would be for Dan the Dad, but of course, we keep talking about that. He has a monumental task here to overcome in Rocky Romero, a legend in this business, and challenging Dan the Dad now to bring it one more time, and Dan getting frustrated.
Let's see you try it, huh?
Challenging Rocky now. And Dan the Dad, classic dad mind games from Dan the Dad there. And now he locks in a side headlock. Off the ropes, ducks under a lariat and a back fist. Nobody there. Big flying shoulder block from Dan the Dad.
Really feel that momentum shifting for Dan the Dad right here. And so did Rocky.
Romero getting out of town there. That's that veteran ring presence there. He wanting to slow it down, slow the momentum down. So that drop down, nobody home. And Dan the Dad catches him. And a big atomic drop there from Dan the Dad. That momentum picking right back up. And off the ropes. And caught with a Manhattan drop of his own.
Yeah, that's just some payback, direct payback.
Get the big receipt for that reverse atomic drop. Wait a second. Oh, and Rocky Romero falling for the oldest trick in the book. Sidestep from Dan the Dad. A big side slam. He's looking for a cover. 1, 2, no.
Dan the Dad countered those forever clotheslines right away. I mean, he's got Rocky's number so far. He really is got that momentum on his side. Everything's going his way so far.
Well, a lot of people, they want to miscount Dan the Dad because he does have fun. He does have a fun character. He's trying to sell T-shirts and all that, but he is a student of the game. He obviously watched Rocky Romero film heading into this match and was ready for it as he catches him with a shotgun drop kick that rockets Rocky Romero all the way to the outside. And there's the Chico X Factor. With the referee's back turned, Chico gets a hold of the ankle of Dan the Dad. And there comes Rocky with a big baseball slide right to the outside. Right there, that is a combination of the leadership, the veteran presence of a guy like Rocky Romero, and also what it means to have an X Factor on the outside like Chico as well. Big shot there from Rocky Romero.
Okay, I don't want to give up too much of locker room talk between the boys, but every once in a while we'll call Rocky sneaky, and this couldn't more exemplify sneaky Rocky in action. Distract the ref while Chico the Luchador does his business. The fans of St. Louis get it.
And the fans are letting him hear it, but Rocky, he absolutely knows what he's doing. He has to turn the tide here. He has to get the people on his side in a way that they're not going to cheer him. So do what you got to do to win and let the people know it, give it right back to him. That's the way to change the momentum here, is to throw it right in his face, and that's exactly what they're doing.
I mean, we'll see if Dan the Dad really has the courage to dig deep tonight, because Rocky's going to take him into deep waters. I mean, he's got a lot of pride in his stuff. He's the CMLL welterweight champion.
Well, they don't throw the name World Historic in the championship for fun. Rocky Romero, clearly one of the best athletes in the entire world. So Dan the Dad needed to stay in the driver's seat here, and I agree. It is going to be a huge test of his determination and willpower if he's going to be able to weather this storm that he has gotten himself into. He is in the eye of the Rocky Romero hurricane right now. Ducks under a big chop, delivers one of his own. That could be the way to turn the momentum back in his favor. Another big chop from Dan the Dad. Rocky Romero right back to the assault there. Kick to the midsection, sends Dan the Dad into the corner.
Forever clotheslines coming up. Still coming up. Still.
Big windup. I'd hate to see the impact from this. There they are. Number one, feeling it with Chico Lucho too. Oh, the glasses are off.
It's like they're the same person. Oh, wait.
Nobody can catch each other here. Big lariat right in the center of the ring. Both men down. I think Dan the Dad got the better of that exchange, but just by a hair.
That's a head-on collision.
That's two human beings meeting at high velocity. There's Chico. Chico's back up. And Rocky Romero pulling the referee again. That is that mind meld between Chico and Rocky, like you said, almost the same person, as they're able to stay on the same page as Rocky pulls the ref, and Chico's able to do his thing. Once again, that turns the attention away from Dan the Dad, away from the momentum, and put it on Chico for a second. Dan the Dad trying to get the people back on his side, the match back in his favor now. Rocky absolutely has full control of this contest now.
Center of the ring, great ring positioning. Dan's got nowhere to go, and he still can't counter it.
You expect nothing less from somebody like Rocky Romero. Couple of decades doing this at a high level for a living, training the next generation. He knows exactly where to put Dan the Dad. And this may look like a simple submission hold, but that is just tearing at Dan the Dad's rotator cuffs, which historically for dads, a very weak spot.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's both of his coffee mug carrying hands. You know?
What is he gonna? He won't be able to carry in the cat litter if his rotator cuffs are coming. Big chop there from Rocky Romero. We're having fun, but this is a very serious
if you
situation.
will. No, beg for mercy. Good idea.
He's trying again to show him there's something on his shirt. He's not buying it this time. Doesn't have to. Dan the Dad with a big side suplex. That may have evened the score here. You hear the St. Louis crowd getting on their feet again for their favorite son, Dan the Dad. They want to see him capture that world historic welterweight championship from Rocky Romero. Maybe a little forever clotheslines of his own.
Payback. This match has been a lot about payback.
Nobody home for Dan the Dad. Rocky Romero hits a Luther's press.
Rocky accelerated so fast, and Dan used that momentum against him. Perfect dad fashion.
Big chop right in the center of the ring. Kind of caught up in the ropes there. And the Dad, it has that deceptive dad strength. You see the power as he chops through the chest of Rocky Romero. Rocky holding on to the top rope there. Again, that veteran ring presence knows exactly where he's at. Dan the Dad slips under, looks like a full Nelson. He's trying to clasp those hands. He doesn't have it just yet, and Rocky Romero doesn't let him do it. Big neck breaker, though. 1, 2. I think Chico was a little worried there, but it is a long 2 count.
That didn't win the match, but that did some damage. You can see he took that neck breaker at a really peculiar angle, and that's going to really do some damage. Dan's got to strike now. Now's his chance to become world welterweight champ.
Right, it was almost like a stunner. Caught him right on his shoulder blades there. Oh, big kick right to the side of the head there. And a drop kick right to Dan the Dad. That's a game changer. 1, 2. No! That is a huge kick out for Dan the Dad. He's not going to go quietly. He's not going to let that championship opportunity slip through his fingers without an absolute fight. This is the first now we're seeing the crowd maybe getting in the head of Rocky Romero. Lifted out to the outside. Dan the Dad swift on his feet. Big kick. Spit flying all over the Grandel here as Dan the Dad ascends to the top rope. Big cross body block. That could do it. 1, 2. No! Kick out from Rocky Romero. And this one continues on.
I noticed he had to kick out with his right side because his left side's completely compromised. You can tell he's really struggling moving at this point.
That could either be from the damage to the neck or from the landing there on that crossbody.
Absolutely.
And the Dad lifts him up, fireman's carry. He's looking for that backpack stunner, the baby on board.
And hit with that. Let's go.
Rocky Romero raked the eyes to get out of it. It was desperation mode for the historic welterweight champion. Standing slice bread. 1, 2. No, and Dan the Dad with a kick out. What does it take to put away Dan the Dad on his home turf? Well, Rocky might just be ready to end this thing by DQ and get out of here with his belt. Chico getting involved, Rocky with the belt. What is happening? Referee hasn't seen it. Rocky's hiding it. There you go. Chico's got him by the arms. Nobody home! Chico gets his comeuppance. Dan the Dad. Waist lock. Rocky reverses. Big elbow from Dan the Dad. This is the opening. Even score here. Rocky Romero draped on that second rope. Oh, and Matt, the belt is coming off. Chico willing to sacrifice himself for Rocky Romero. And that he does, but that may be Dad's downfall. 1, 2, 3. That's it. There's your winner by hook or by crook. And still, world historic CMLL welterweight champion, Rocky Romero.
14 minutes, 48 seconds. Your winner by pinfall and still CMLL World Historic Welterweight Champion, Rocky Romero.
That was by hook and crook. That was not one or the by hook, it was both. But I gotta say, Chico El Luchador entered the ring at a prime opportunity. Perhaps I underestimated him at the beginning of the night, thinking he was just a background character, an NPC, but he really factored into this one.
He really proved to be the difference in this contest. You got to give it for Dan the Dad. He took every inch of this opportunity, and he took Rocky Romero to the limit. And Rocky Romero felt he needed help to defeat Dan the Dad here tonight. That is not nothing for Dan the Dad. It might ease the burn of not becoming the champion here tonight.
I really appreciate it, guys. We got a lot more to go, so let's get it rolling, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is set for one fall. The next contest... Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Buddy Shepard and Adrian Surge.
I hate you, Ben Simon. I hate that this is your birthday, and I hate you were born. Hello, buddies. Whatever the opposite of is hello to you nega buddies out there. Oh, you would celebrate that, wouldn't you? You stupid idiots. You know, Buddy's here tonight to set the record straight. But first, before Buddy sets any straight records, Buddy's got to have a quick potassium break. It's delicious. Do you want a bite? Oh, that's right. You would boo potassium, wouldn't you? You degenerates. No, you're not too bold. What's the something? Always properly chew. Buddies, nega buddies, swallow anything you want, I don't care. I'm here to set a record straight, nega buddies. In October, a clown attacked the two of us. And even though the ref saw it, the ref did not ring a single bell. He counted it as a loss against Adrian Surge and Buddy Shepard. I'm here today to set that straight. As of right now, Adrian Surge, Buddy Shepard are undefeated in Grandel Wrestling. And this is Grandel versus the Shut Up. I said shut up. Lady, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna have security escort you out. Security, escort her out, thank you. You think Buddy's gonna denigrate himself by touching one of you? No. Buddy would never touch a nigga buddy. Since this is St. Louis versus the world, tonight, Mr. Surge and myself, well, hell, buddies, we represent the world. Oh, buddies from Emerald City, South Carolina, and that's where we represent tonight. If each and every one of you nega buddies would shut up for a minute. If you don't shut up, I'm gonna lock every door in this building and then I'm gonna beat up Ben Simon. Yeah, that's what I thought. So right now, Buddy Shepherd is laying down the law. If there's anybody here that represents St. Louis, let him step up to the undefeated duo of Adrian Surge and yo Buddy what the hell?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back from Afton, St. Louis, Missouri, 431 pounds, the Golden Cobra, KLD Kevin Lee Davidson. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is official. One fall, Adrian Surge versus Kevin Lee Davidson.
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears we have ourselves an impromptu matchup. Buddy Shepherd and Adrian Surge are out here to declare themselves undefeated because apparently that's a thing you can do. And out came Kevin Lee Davidson to protest that claim. KLD has not wrestled a match since the first STL versus the World event last year. 1 year ago since an official KLD matchup. But it doesn't look like he's lost a step. Adrian Surge trying to get this thing started early and get things in his favor as he attacks KLD from behind. KLD sidesteps over the top, leap. Goes down, nobody home. Big spin kick for the big man, and KLD is back. Buddy Shepherd and Adrian Surge, for all intents and purposes, did not plan to have a matchup this evening and are now faced with the monster KLD. Quiets down the building just to spike our microphones here with that big thunderous chop. Buddy Shepherd trying to save Adrian Surge. Just might get himself involved here. He takes off that coat. KLD with a firm grasp, let's say, on Buddy Shepherd, but there from behind, Adrian Surge gets things back in his favor. Drills KLD right into the turn post. That post is solid steel, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian Surge now maybe righting the ship The longer this thing goes on, the definitely more is going to favor Adrian Surge. Surge has been wrestling regularly for quite some time now, as KLD has spent 1 year on the shelf. What we already seen once tonight, outside interference, changing the course for matchup, and there Buddy Shepard getting involved, getting his hands on KLD, and Adrian Surge choking him as well. KLD has been gone from action for 1 year. This STL versus the World event last year, the last time we saw him, and he's here to defend the city that he loves, as Adrian Surge and Buddy Shepard were here to disparage it, despite I believe Adrian Surge being a resident of St. Louis City and County. Adrian Surge might be in a heap of trouble here. KLD coming back strong. Big back fist.
Oh, this might not last long.
Adrian Surge out on his feet. He needed to get the big man down and keep him down, and now KLD has that adrenaline going. Nothing like the people of St. Louis and being back in that squared circle to get you right, to knock off the ring rust and get you right back on your feet. Surge with some distance. Big European uppercut right on the money.
Wow, he took him right off his feet, and the ring almost bent in half. This is huge. Oh my God.
Surge has got to get a cover here. This is his best chance of victory yet. It's
a lot of jeopardy for KLD to be in.
Oh my God, a one
No,
count.
sir.
A one count as he presses Adrian Surge off of him through the air and back down to the mat.
I will not doubt KLD again. That was spectacular.
KLD might be a literal immovable object.
Ah.
Adrian Surge getting nowhere with those clotheslines. Runs right through Adrian Surge. There's a big spear. That might be the beginning of the end, ladies and gentlemen. Big slam. That's going to do it. 1, 2, 3. And welcome back to professional wrestling. Welcome back to St. Louis.
4 minutes, 15
KLD.
seconds. Your winner by pinfall, the Golden Cobra.
Well, he passed a tough
KLD.
test, and he's definitely back in action. Let's go.
It's been a long 11 months, St. Louis. First things first, there's not a soul in that locker room that has a single bad thing ever to say about Sean Patrick O'Brien. Sean was an asset to any event he was ever a part of, and he was an even better friend to everybody in that locker room. Tonight, Sean, this one's for you, buddy. We love you. Damn, I miss you guys. Pro wrestling does not owe anybody a single thing. Yet pro wrestling has given me everything. Pro wrestling has allowed me to live a childhood dream. Pro wrestling has allowed me to help an 8-year-old with leukemia live his dream in front of 18,000 people at the Enterprise Center. Pro wrestling has given me wrestling matches with guys I had action figures of growing up. Pro wrestling has showed me 3 foreign countries and over 20 of the United States. Pro wrestling introduced me to my beautiful wife, who just gave birth to our perfect baby boy. And I just wanted to be here with you guys tonight to let you know that I'm back. I'm back, and I said it before, and I'm sure I'll say it again. I don't do this just for me. I do this for my family. I do this for my city. And tonight, it's STL versus the world.
Our next contest is set for one fall. Coming to the ring first, Jake Something.
I said earlier tonight that there might not be a more extreme reaction for a hometown person than Dan the Dad. Well, there's your competitor, Gary J, with a huge ovation tonight, set to go up against the representative of the world, as it would be, Jake Something.
Gotta tell you, Jake Something got quite the reaction too from these fans. The fans respect both these guys with good reason.
Jake Something, a Glory Pro champion, a couple times over. He's absolutely respected by this city. But Gary J beats the heart of St. Louis with his own drumstick. He already on the one count there as they scramble down on the ground. The heart of this city beats with Gary J, as you can no doubt tell as he made his way to the ring. Now, Matt, I know you are going to also be a representative of the world tonight before you were unable to compete, but I know you got your start right here in St. Louis when Gary J was a little baby barn owl running around. So what is it like to see this form of him on this stage with the capacity crowd on his side?
I mean, what I noticed most is that the intensity level goes up when Gary gets in there. I mean, these guys raise the intensity level, and it because they realize the stakes are important, because this is a match about pride, and these are two guys who want to be the best. And they both, you can tell, it's more than just a friendly competition.
You can see the compassion, the competitive nature of Gary J there as he comes up into the face of Jake Something. He is fearless. There's not many people that would do that, but now you got to take the beating and the repercussions that come with that as Jake Something uses his entire body as a weapon. But if there's one person on this planet that will fight until they are burger, it is Gary J. I am legitimately worried that neither one of these men are going to be willing to quit on this stage with this kind of match on the line and this kind of pride between the two of them. One of these guys is going to have to be completely incapacitated for this match to end, man.
I mean, they are going at light speed, but at the end of each scramble, Jake Something's had the advantage. Right now, he's like up kind of 2 in my book.
Well, there's an unimaginable size difference between these two. Let's call it like it is.
That's right, but they've been going at a fast speed. It just shows how good Jake Something is. Gary used a muscle that you can only train with books. You know, he used his brain right there, and it's paying off.
It's coming right at us. I'm not as prepared for this as you are. Big dives from Gary J, stumbling Jake Something down to one knee. Coming in for a big third one. Nobody home as Jake Something takes out Gary J mid-dive. That's another aspect of this matchup. They both have traveled right alongside each other for quite some time. They've competed for the same spots in promotions, not only just here in St. Louis, but all around the United States. They've seen each other compete, and they know each other's patented maneuvers. Those 3 dives, that's a Gary J trademark, and Something had it scouted. Out in no man's land here, Gary J maybe literally fighting for his life as he throws those forearms on the ring apron. Jake Something, oh my God! He's got him scooped up a tombstone pile driver on the apron! Jake Something just hit a sit-out tombstone pile driver to Gary J on the apron, and he's going to make the ref count, and with good reason.
He's not going to have enough time to get up. Hey, there's too much damage on a move like that.
You give him 10,
that
20, 30
malintent.
Minutes. I don't think he's getting up. That is with the intent to injure. That is not with the intent to win.
Yeah, and I mean, if he gets back in the ring, he's just going to be in Jake Something's wheelhouse at this point. That's, respect to him for this game plan.
They don't call him the Robo Ginger for nothing, but as you said, I mean, he's in a heap on the ground here. He is vulnerable prey for the apex predator that is Jake Something.
And it looks to me like Gary J's face is busted open. Yeah, right above his left eyebrow.
He caught his eye on that ring apron. It's a cliche when people say it's the hardest part of the ring, but that is exposed wood in 99% of the cases.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was from what exactly it was from, but that could open up it even more. But being upside down, the blood rushed to his head, and that's why it probably started pouring out.
That's very true. The assault is on.
Something's going directly on it.
Like a shark to blood in the water, Jake Something is absolutely on that cut. That's why this is such an interesting matchup. This is the story to watch, as it were. Jake Something is a vile human being when he gets in that ring. When he is in predatory mode, there's nothing that can stop him. But Gary J is the one guy I've seen take the most punishment and get back up. And there is a little bit more for him to add to his punishment card. And just Something now trying to open that up. My concern here is does Gary J have the ability to give up, to say this is not my night, or is that referee going to have to step in and end it for him? Because right now it's all Jake something.
Yeah, the ref will have to keep an eye on him because we know he's not going to quit on his own. But
Gary trying to create some separation, gets on the second rope. A spinning flatliner. That connects, but he has no energy to retaliate. He cannot get on Jake something like he needs to now because he's so zapped.
yeah, he's struggling to get to his feet. I mean, that pile driver on the apron from earlier is still having a huge effect on him. Jake's done a lot of damage. It's in the bank now.
Jake even beat him to his feet there. Comes in hot with a clothesline. Those patented Gary J chops. Those rung all throughout the Grandel here. Another big one. Gary's going to need the adrenaline from these people. Oh, my God. Another body attack from Jake something. And a sit-out powerbomb. That's it. 1, 2. No! A kick out from Gary J. You'd think I'd stop being surprised. I've called enough Gary J matches, but every time he kicks out of a thunderous maneuver like that, Matt, I'm shocked.
That was just guts. That was just sheer willpower.
That is maybe his biggest weapon, is his heart, his guts, his determination. He knows that these people are on his back and that he is fighting for them tonight, and he knows the responsibility that comes with that. He does not want to lay down for Jake something.
I mean, he's really getting pushed to his limit. I mean, Jake, from the beginning of this match, Jake something has put it on him. Destruction. Literal destruction from the get-go. And
quick pin! No. That might be why we need to end this thing.
That's how it can get done, though. You can never count him out.
The other thing going for Gary J here is he is a knockout competitor. 1, 2. No, big kick out from Jake something. But he can end things with one strike. He's got to get in position to do it. But one big forearm, one big elbow can knock Jake something out.
And his clothesline is powerful. Powerful. So, I mean, he can knock him down. I know for sure that a Gary J clothesline can take down Jake.
But Jake something, that's easier said than done, of course. Jake something is like fighting a wild animal in there.
Yeah.
And you alluded to it earlier, his size and speed combo is insane. Speaking of a combo, a few strikes there from Gary J. He's back on his feet. What a huge lariat there.
Every time he gets momentum going, Jake cuts him off. Jake crosses the ring and smashes him. Bam.
And that could be it right there. 1, 2, no! Once again, Gary J wriggling out from under Jake something. You can see him, he's muttering something to Gary J. He's getting frustrated now. It's never good when you're in the driver's seat but you're getting frustrated. That's an easy way for momentum to turn. Something delivers a big right hand, but Gary J able to fight back to his feet. Gary J on wobbled legs is standing to look Jake something in the eye and go strike for strike with Jake something. And there it is, he's back down.
Right forearms, left chops. Gary J is so versatile and so strong, but Jake something can take it, and he's still going.
Coming in, house of fire, big spear in the corner.
I love the intensity between these two guys. They're really going after it.
There's a true a battle of titans here. Two guys that are very important to St. Louis wrestling. And this is exactly what Grandel Wrestling wants to bring. Matchups that you won't see anywhere else in this city. Put it in the center of the ring, in the middle of the Grandel Theater, and let them go for pride, for honor, for their city. Gary J, some separation, comes in with that big forearm. That could do it. 1, 2, 3. A knockout shot.
It's 49 seconds.
And it's final hour. And there is your winner.
Gary
Somehow,
J.
some way, the stiff elbow ginger, Gary J.
consider Dory Funk Jr. to be one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Tonight, your opponent, Thomas Shire, is one of his proteges. Your thoughts on that?
Well, look, it goes without saying, Dory Funk Jr. is one of the greatest to ever lace up the boots, and I take a lot of pride in the fact that Dory Funk has endorsed me in the past as a world champion. But tonight is about tonight. And look, without sounding braggadocious, or at least not too braggadocious, you don't hold the titles that I've held. You don't beat the people I've beat. You don't reach the heights that I've reached in this industry without taking serious pride in what you do. So every time I lace up the boots and every time I put on the tights, I take this very, very seriously. But there's just something about St. Louis, Missouri that just brings out that little extra 1% of me. And so tonight, Thomas Shire, I implore you, please bring me your absolute best. Bring me everything that Dory Funk has ever taught you. I will bring you everything that I have. And when it's all said and done, this is something that you can tell your grandkids about someday. The day that you almost got the W against the National Treasure. And after it's all said and done, you, my friend, will have leveled up.
Thank you, Nick.
Is set for one fall. Coming to the ring first, weighing 242 pounds, the king of Hoss Island, the handsome hooker, the gorgeous grappler, Thomas Shire. His opponent from King's Lynn, England, 248 pounds, the former multi-time heavyweight champion, the national treasure, Nick Aldis.
This might be the match I've been waiting for the most, as Thomas Shire is set to clash with the national treasure, Nick Aldis. Now, man, I know you're probably not familiar with Thomas Shire. There's a certain level guys like you, guys like Nick Aldis get to, that Thomas Shire will be the first one to tell you he's not on. This thing's starting out hot. But Thomas Shire, a zero count there. Thomas Shire, a student of Dory Funk Jr., a student of the game. Guy's been at this over a decade. Just got back from a tour of Germany. And he has a chip on his shoulder a mile wide and a mile deep. He wants this matchup so bad it hurts, and he matches up so well with a classically trained wrestler like the former NWA champion, the national treasure, Nick Aldis. These guys feeling each other out here. This is not going to be, despite I thought I would have a little bit of time to set the scene there, Matt, but these guys got off to a hot start, but this is what I expected, was them to be feeling each other out.
But if you listen to Nick Aldis' promo, he laid out a challenge to see who the better wrestler is, and these guys have a lot. This is a show about pride, and they started off hot because when you say you're better than me at wrestling, we're going to get right into it. And right now, Thomas Shire's got an advantageous position on Nick. He's moving cautiously. He's not overextending himself, getting into too many scrambles, because Nick's going to have, he's going to be able to counter, and in a scramble like that, he's going to get up on him, because not only is he more seasoned, you said you talked about the chip on his shoulder of Thomas Shire. I mean, Nick Aldis has a chip on his shoulder as well, and that's what's going to make this very competitive.
Big shoulder block there, and again, no count.
No space, giving him no space in between each thing.
Quick flurries of action here. They go hold for hold, and then they go right back to this. And the first strikes being thrown there from Thomas Shire. Shire getting up on Aldis.
Yeah.
Big reverse there, Irish whip in the corner. Big clothesline coming out.
Yeah. He hit him with a drop kick, and he followed it up with a clothesline. He might get, and then going for the pile driver. He was going to finish right away. He's got a killer instinct.
Shire does have a killer instinct, and he knows what he's got to do here. He knows that he has a window here to surprise Nick Aldis before Aldis feels him out and gets a feel for his style. He knows he was trained by Dory Funk Jr., that's all he knows. So if he can get him with some of his size-speed combo that he possesses, some striking that maybe Nick Aldis is not expecting, if he could get a blow here early on, there's a window here where Shire can really surprise Aldis. Thunderous clothesline there from Nick Aldis, though. And you don't get to his level without a certain point of skill like he was talking in his promo. I would say arguably the greatest NWA champion of the modern era, but I don't think there's any arguing.
Yeah, he used that misdirection Marufuji style to turn the tables on him. It was, that's an experience showing.
Throwing his whole body weight behind that Irish whip, using Thomas Shire's size against him, rockets him into the corner there.
It's a good little 18-foot ring, and if you notice how big Aldis is, he barely has to take 2 steps to send him across the ring. He really uses the ring positioning well. He uses all these veteran techniques that really just allow him to keep things in his favor, keep it wrestling at his pace.
And that is exactly why I was so interested in this contest, because they have a very similar pace and a similar style, whether they know it or not. I know they've never crossed paths before. This is the first time, which again is exactly what Grandel Wrestling is all about. First time matches, big stage, right here in the heart of St. Louis. I'm so happy to be here calling this action. Glad I get to call it with you, Matt. And here we go. Thomas Shire is going to have to show his heart and determination. I know it. I managed Thomas Shire for a number of years. We flipped the scripts. We've been opponents for a number of years now. He's been on the other side of the ring from me, but so no one knows better. He has another gear. He has heart. He has determination. But I will admit, I've never seen him in the ring with somebody with the accomplishments of Nick Aldis.
So what's he going to have to hit on Nick? What does he have in the tank? What's going to be there for him?
For everybody unfamiliar with Thomas Shire, he has a European uppercut out of this world. If he catches Nick Aldis with that absolutely could end the night early. He also utilizes a UFO maneuver, a fireman's carry, where he basically is just going to let Nick Aldis fly. And I've seen him put people out with that. 1, 2. But you'll notice both of those maneuvers are not going to be able to be executed from his back in the center of the ring.
Just another back elbow by Nick Aldis, maintaining control, keeping the pace in his favor, wearing him down. Shire's a young guy, so it's going to take a minute to get into it. And he fires back hot, too. I like to see a little bit of temper out of him. He's not afraid of Aldis. He's showing him respect, but he's going right at him.
Well, that's
instant
something
response
here in 2023 that Shire has shown here in St. Louis. I've seen it going back to October. There was an event at Pops presented by Grandel Wrestling, and you saw that night he was in a last man standing match with Gary J. He walked out the man that was standing, And you can't do that. We saw earlier tonight, Gary J versus Jake something. It's not easy to put that man down. It's a Mitchy driver there. 1, 2, no. So we know he's got heart, we know he's got determination, but there has been a fire this year that wasn't there before. Shire was always kind of the jokester, the fun guy in the locker room. You love to hang around him, and he'd go out there and you'd watch him lose. And here lately, Shire has turned it onto another gear. He's got a mean streak, and I'd like to see that. He's going to need to pull it out because I haven't seen it in this matchup other than those brief moments.
He really has a chance to prove himself right here. That back suplex may have turned the tables, maybe not though. Nick Aldis is prone, but he's...
Aldis is wiggling his fingers. That must have jarred something in his back.
He took that so flat, it's like you're going to rock your head back. What happens when you take a back suplex that way? And I mean, yeah, he might need a minute. No, he's up first though.
Big block there from Shire, delivers a strike of his own. One more again, runs it back 3 times. Big body shot that time. Shire is a big, deceptive striker. That might be an advantage he has over Aldis, because I think Aldis expecting another grappler, but he's going to come in there and he's going to go blow for blow with you. Big boot, keeping that separation. Shire up to the second rope. Comes off with a big shoulder block.
He connected with the shoulder block, but one of his legs slipped off the second rope when he went. I mean, he's just absolutely exhausted, but, you know, he's kicking it in. He's not quitting yet.
He got worn down there in that early part of the matchup, and that obviously was Aldis' game plan, to kind of grind him down.
I mean, so he's going to take a risk is what it looks like, and I kind of like that.
I think, you know, when your back's against the wall, you got to, this is that UFO that I spoke about. And Aldis able to get out of it, obviously had it scouted. Inside a suplex there. Rocks Nick Aldis again. Aldis being dropped on his head continuously here. 1, 2.
Yeah, that was a full Saito high angle on his neck that probably got rocked earlier from that first back suplex. And just a little change in the angle can really do a lot of difference in the damage. And Aldis is questioning whether he wanted to come to St. Louis or not.
Well, Shire was looking for that shoulder block again, and Aldis just caught him. Swept the legs out from under. He's got a clover leaf on him.
Somebody kind of modified. Oh, he's got it in there. It's locked in. Shire's off to an angle, so it's not. It might not be fully in yet. There, he's adjusting. Aldis is adjusting now. He's gonna sit down.
And that's
deeper.
it.
That's it. Okay, no way out. That was the adjustment he had to make to get it to a point where Thomas Shire had no escapes.
And unfortunately for Shire, well executed right in the center of the ring. That's that veteran presence that we've talked about all matchup, and that's what makes you a world champion like the national treasure, Nick Aldis. Great performance from Thomas Shire. You love to see it, but unfortunately for him, there's your winner. One up for the world, Nick Aldis.
If I went bald, it would be an atrocity.
May I have a word with you real quick?
Cobra Kai, you can have a lot of words with me.
Sounds good. So, Camaro is someone you have known since day one, literally day one, right? And you were very, very direct in citing all of your motivations for pursuing the Crown of Glory Championship. My question for you this evening is, with the prize and the prestige on the line, how do you plan on emerging victorious?
Kaya, I gotta not get ahead of myself. I gotta take it back. I gotta take it back to day one. Because on day one, when Camaro would come in there, he'd do some cool stuff. He'd impress people. But at the end of the day, I was still Dak Draper, and I'd still end up standing over him, laughing, saying, shame on you. So if I try and think about how far Camaro has come, how much he's improved, how strong he's gotten, how big he's gotten, how powerful he's gotten, how he can change the pace of a match at a moment's notice, that's when I get lost. But if I take it back to day one, remember, I'm in there with that nervous little kid, that shaky little Camaro Jackson that always looked up to the Mile High Magnum. Kaya, I think the end of the night, we'll have Dak Draper standing tall in the ring, laughing, saying, shame on you.
Thank you so much, Dak.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is the 6-man cash cash out ladder match. Here are the rules. There will be 6 entrants. Anything goes. The first man to climb a ladder and secure possession of the briefcase and contract will win a guaranteed Crown of Glory title match anytime within the next 12 months. Introducing first, from Savannah, Oklahoma, 200 pounds, the Southern Flamingo, Kody Lynn. Texas, 175 pounds, is a big, strong boy, Ethan Royce.
I don't think all this is fair. Putting me away on mental care. Feeling inside and it feels until I'm out of my mind. Oh, it's going crazy. Oh no, baby, your love's killing me. I know it will get me someday. I'm breaking the walls, but I just can't penetrate. Oh no, it's gonna blow me away. Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with.
From St. Louis, Missouri, accompanied by and representing the Premier, this is the Kenway.
She said she got more class. We know, swimming in the money, come and find me. Nemo, if I was at the club, you know I ball. Chemo, dropped a mixtape that sounded like an album. Who'da thought a countrywide tour would be the outcome? Labels want my name beside an X like Malcolm. Everybody got a deal, I did it without one. Yeah, I'm about my business. Killing all these rappers, you would swear I had a hit list. Everyone who doubted me is asking for forgiveness. If you ain't been a part of it, at least you got to.
Give my people out the chain. I mean handcuffs. Time to man up. Put my hands up. You saying, bro? Cause I'm a black man in the Phantom. Or is it cause my windows tinted? Car cost $300,000 and I blow endo in it. You mad cause your daughter f***ed me on spring break? Well, I'm a spring break.
Roll another one cause I'm winning. In my photo, looking
From Flint, Michigan, 267 pounds, he is one of the United Glory Tag Team Champions, Big Flexi, Xavier Walker.
Versace outfit cost me $3,000 from the peak houses. Did it from the week hours. Selling that chicken, no lemon pepper, no sweet and sour. First you get the power, then you get respect. I'm getting so much money, I can buy you. Take it how you want it, if you wanna take it. I like clubs where all the women working. Fell in love with a waitress with the thinking. All that high brain, it was for a pinky. That's pimpin', that's slick. Got a bottle of cologne that costs more than you rent.
So mad at me, folk. Got a black card and a black fan with a white baby in Idaho. I can say that.
St. Louis, Illinois, 205 pounds. He is the Pro Wrestling Epic Interstate Champion, the Money Maker, Mr. All That Matters, ATM.
Showtime. Kenny Alfonso. Started from the bottom, made it to the top of Alfonso. Getting to the black like.
And finally, from Kansas City, Missouri, 170 pounds, second to none, Kenny Alfonso.
Loud and clear. Look out, I am kicking in when I kick my.
Well, I don't have a good read on things here, but I got a little bit of a blind spot, and I believe we are off to the races. A huge ladder match. You see the cash-out briefcase hanging high above the Grandel theater. And the winner is the man that'll pull that down and receive a guaranteed contract to fight for the Crown of Glory Championship. ATM, one of the few men that are up, and now he's going all the way up to the top rope. Big cross body from the top, and we're off to the races. ATM just took out the field.
This gives ATM a huge advantage. I'm sorry, my mic wasn't working a second ago.
Well, Matt, your voice is different. Oh, my God, it's Evan Jalistico has joined me.
Here we go. Well, the advantage is over. As I said, ATM had that big advantage, but maybe he wasted a little bit too much time. Ooh, Kenway tried to use that ladder.
Oh! He got introduced to it face first.
My God.
Saw earlier tonight there was a pre-show to determine the last entrances was a battle royal, and Kenway, very, very smart. You don't have to like it. He kind of snaked his way into this matchup. Anakin Murphy thought he won the match, and Kenway came in and dumped it out at the last second, so I would be on the lookout for him to employ some of those same tactics here in this ladder match.
Well, not just Kenway. Kenway runs in a pack. I don't know how... Oh! Looks like Kody learned from Kenway that you don't give ATM a minute with that ladder.
Well, they say going under the ladder like that is bad luck, and I think ATM would tend to agree with you.
Absolutely. I just don't think that ladder... Oh, Ethan Price rocks him with that roundhouse. Sorry, Inseguri.
Pops. And out. Ethan Price readjusting that ladder. Adjusting it a lot. Seems to be getting rid of it.
Or setting it up.
We're propping it up for some damage. This is a match that really only happens at a place like STL versus the World. It's not often on the level that a lot of these men are competing at that you see a venue like this where you can hang a briefcase high above. Oh my God!
Jesus!
Power bomb!
The spine of Ethan Price is in pieces right now.
There's a pop-up power bomb with two pop-ups. The first one when he delivered it, the second one when he careened off the ladder and bounced into the air.
Jesus. He's right in front of us and he is in bad way. Duck,
Was headhunt.
goose.
Nobody home the first two times, connects on the third. And there comes Kenway. He's been picking his spot, and then from behind.
Which is smart. Kenway knows what brings him to the dance, and he doesn't deviate from it. You got to respect that. Slimy or not, Kenway gets the job done. Ooh, not right there, he didn't.
Creative maneuver from Kenny. And Kenway has to kind of pick his spots here. It's been a long time since he's been in the ring. He's not going to be as polished as these other guys. He's not going to have the cardio that some of these other guys have. So Kenway's going to have to pick his spots. Unfortunately, his spot there was going face first into that ladder.
Oh my God, and here comes Big X. He's a man, he knows he can take his time in a match like this. He's got a clear advantage.
Xavier Walker is a star in the making. And I know he's not on the STL side tonight, but I'd love to see him get a shot at the big stage and at the championship for Glory Pro.
All he's got to do is climb that ladder and retrieve that briefcase.
And it's a bit of a shorter trip for him than some other competitors in this matchup.
I was going to say, I don't think that ladder's going to work for most people, but for Xavier, it'll work. Ethan Price, God bless that kid. He just wants his spine to be in shambles tonight.
He keeps fighting, but Walker fighting a little harder.
Oh.
Big spinning back suplex as he drives Ethan Price right down the center of the ring.
Ethan Price has the heart of a champion. Let's see if it pays off tonight, because right now all that I'm seeing is this chiropractor's going to be making a lot of money after
heart
today.
Heart of the champion, neck of a car crash victim. Xavier Walker is going for more toys here. He's brought out a table.
Ooh, it looked like Kenway was offering to help him, but
Kenway was trying to have a truce, and Xavier Walker having none of it.
Yeah.
Better team up with the Premier, son. I don't think Xavier Walker wants to.
Well, you mentioned that pre-show battle royal, and it looked like there was a small reunion of them.
5 minutes elapsed in the match. 5 minutes now.
Walker over the top rope again. ATM knows he's got to come from a vertical spot to get him and no one home.
Looked like he was going for that cross body again, but just goozled right out of the air.
Walker with a ripcord brings him in, hits a net breaker, and that has got ATM out of it.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. Xavier knows he can take his time. He's just slowly laying down the groundwork for him climbing up to get that briefcase.
Right now, no one else even on their feet. I mean, this is a spot for him to grab that briefcase. Kenway trying to explode in. Oh my gosh! Takes the ladder out from under Xavier Walker's feet.
And he hit that top rope right under his armpit. That's not fun, no matter who you are.
These ropes are stiff. Nobody likes colliding with those. Also, nobody likes colliding with Kenway doing his little Terry Funk act here.
Well, Kenway's just doing the best Kenway can sometimes. There's the right way, the wrong way, and by God, there's the Kenway.
Xavier Walker not having it. Just stops the propeller right mid-motion.
Oh! Rams it on that top turnbuckle.
Just reached up, stopped the ceiling. Oh my God!
He lost the ladder and somehow got back under the ladder.
Ethan Price once again picking out the biggest guy in the fight and throwing hands with him.
Ooh, I think he was going for that table he set up with that choke slam.
Absolutely was. He had his eyes set on it. Ethan Price trying to hit a German suplex to barely get Xavier Walker up off the ground.
I don't even think he did that, if I'm being honest. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Snap German using his momentum against him. Comes in with the code breaker. ATM back up top. Off the top.
Jesus Christ, the Meteora takes him down. If this were a match, it's over right now. But unfortunately,
it is a match. It just is not a match that could end by pinfall.
Correct. I haven't done this very long, Greg. Leave me alone. Don't bully me. Here we go. Big Michinoku. The spine of Ethan Price. Ooh.
He has taken a lot of damage to that upper back and neck area. He's laid out in the center of the ring. ATM going out.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't want this. You know what? I respect that. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. He's back with a second
table.
And he just drops
Xavier.
Xavier.
Way too close to me. I do not like this at all.
Is this what this is normally like? I don't like this either.
It gets rough out here on the streets, Evan. ATM setting up 2 tables now.
You gotta think he's got something in mind, not just redecorating furniture.
I would question though going after Ethan was already in a heap. I don't know that we need to deal more damage to him.
Oh God, he looks like he's going for that superplex.
It's a high risk. Even if he hits it, he's going straight down with him. And Xavier Walker is rising from the depths of the Grandel here.
Oh.
Big shot right to the gut.
That's gonna knock the wind right out of you. No matter how big, no matter how strong, no matter how much of a boy you are.
Got him up. Big power bomb.
A jackknife thrust him halfway across the ring. Uh-oh. He's been angling for this all match so far.
For that goozle now.
And if I'm looking right, his lips busted open. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Big choke slam onto the outside through those tables. ATM has just been in a car wreck out here right at our feet.
But this is a multi-man. Now's not the time to take it. As you can see, Kenny Alfonso has reached the top. He's picking his spot right now. He's waiting. Ooh.
Shotgun drop kick from the top rope. And Kenny Alfonso may suddenly be the favorite of this match.
I don't think maybe. I think he is right now.
Lost track of Kenway. ATM seems done. Kody hasn't moved in quite some time. And Kenny has his eyes on the prize as he ascends to the top there, but there he is.
You spoke too soon. When you don't find Kenway, he's making a plan and he's gonna execute it. And now he's just lighting up. Back and forth we go.
Kenway shooting for trying to ankle pick him there, bring him to the outside. What is he looking for?
Just get him out of the ring. If you're not in the ring, you can't win the match.
Good strategy, I suppose. That was my point earlier in this matchup, was how some of these men are going to approach this matchup, given that it's not a common match type that they run across. But there you go, big brain Kenway is dragging him out to the outside.
Unfortunately, Big Brain has lost it.
Wait, you called it. You called it, Evan. There's the premiere. Campbell Myers and SK Bishop.
I was going to say Kenway's Big Brain just cost him as Ethan Price was climbing that ladder, but looks like he's always got a plan and he's always got friends to help him out.
The Premier has entered the chat and kicked out Ethan Price, and now Kenway and the Premier standing tall. Kenway with a big shot to the back of Xavier Walker.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Caught him right under the jaw with that right hand. Tell you what.
Kenway was headhunting there. Xavier Walker was going to have none of that. Preservation. Slaps away both super kicks. Double goozle on the Premier. Premier up and Premier down hard in the center of the ring.
What's the old saying? Everybody's got a plan until they get socked in the jaw. Kenway's plan went right out the window the second he took that right.
Kenway shaking the cobwebs though. He's got a chair still.
I don't know why Xavier didn't take that from him.
Oh my God, a thunderous chair shot.
Right in the low hip too. That's good. Even if Walker gets up, it's going to make climbing real hard. And I think Kenway knows that.
He is just dirty working him on the outside with that chair. He's making sure Walker is not getting back up.
That's a good case that he's not going to now. A couple of chair shots. Ooh. Let me tell you something. ATM and Ethan Price have not moved since getting in front of us.
Well, this thing has effectively became a 3-on-1 handicap match against Xavier Walker, with the Premier doing damn. I don't know what's stopping Kenway from going up and getting the briefcase at this point.
I think he realizes that the ladder is just a little too short.
Oh.
There we go.
Supersized ladder.
And Campbell's and Bishop are there to help. Yep, that's going to do it.
The crowd seeing the writing on the wall here.
Smart by Kenway, setting his goons out to hold on to two of the people.
He's got to run defense. But wait a minute. There's Anakin Murphy. Anakin Murphy was screwed over by Kenway earlier tonight. And he disposes of Kenway, disposes of the ladder, ducks a couple lariats. Big kick to Campbell Myers, one for SK Bishop.
Now's your chance, kid. Climb the ladder. Fulfill your dreams.
Well, I don't think that would be legal. I don't think he could do that, but he can't take the Premier out.
And that's what he just did.
Big dive to the outside from Anakin Murphy.
And he's still whooping their asses. Hey, man. Ooh, big right hand. They cost him this match, and he's going to cost them this match.
Well, this was a big stage for him and a big opportunity for him. He as a singles competitor in Glory Pro, to have a shot at the Crown and Glory Championships. That was stolen from him.
Yeah, he's already a one-time champion.
Upset about that with good reason. Here, wait a minute.
Oh,
in
ATM.
the wake of all of this shenanigans, ATM is up.
Barely up. He's using that ladder that ladder's gonna support him the whole way there.
And now Ethan Price is coming back from the dead as well.
Both men are climbing in a very precarious position. Oh, rocks his head right against that rail. Back of the knee. That's going to make it hard to climb no matter who you are.
Both men couldn't make it any higher than halfway up. Ethan Price disposes of ATM.
You got to do it, kid. You got to dig deep. Heart of a champion. Here you go.
This could be it.
The crowd's behind him. He's just got to climb.
There comes Kody.
Oh!
Kody Lane at the last second stops Ethan Price.
Oh!
Tombstone pile driver onto Ethan Price. And that's got to be it.
You got to climb, Kody. Coco's got it.
A fingertip away.
Whoa! Kenny Alfonso pulled his leg right through. That's smart. And now he's holding on to it so he can't get on.
Kenny about to use that referee who is holding the ladder, making sure nobody breaks their neck. A single tear from Jim Cornette.
You gotta reach.
Kenny Alfonso's there. He's got his hand on the prize, and there he is. There is your winner. Kenny Alfonso gets a shot at the Crown of Glory Championship.
Ladder match. Second to none. Kenny Alfonso.
The young phenom is here. Loud and clear. Look up. I am kicking there when my kicks my gift. I am the man at this. I am the problem. I'm the future. I'm the man at this. I've been moving from my timeline. This is my grind time. Exactly why I'm moving down the fine lines. My character is so nice, and I'm the man guaranteed. Number one to make it right. I love this wrestle move. I love this wrestle dealing. At the time now, you know that my style's appealing. This is my time, cause you know I've begun. Kenny Alfonso, second to none. Get it? Yeah, I'm second to none. I'm second to none.
Kenny Alfonso, congratulations, my man, on the cash-out ladder match. That was an amazing performance. You looked unstoppable.
I did okay. I did all right? I can use the ice bath right now.
Well, Kenny, I think now everyone has a question. You've got a contract for a guaranteed title shot anytime in the next year. When are you going to take it?
G14 classified. I can't share that information with you just yet.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, nevertheless, Kenny Alfonso.
I'm here with Crown of Glory champion, Camaro Jackson. Camaro, you have been the definition of a fighting champion. You have run through opponent after opponent after opponent. However, your opponent this evening is someone that's very familiar to you. They've been there since day one. How does that affect your preparation for this evening's match?
It's not going to affect me because tonight, the Quad Father's going to show Dak Draper that Camaro ain't that little boy that he used to be. That the Quad Father's going to show Dak Draper that the mile-high Magnum must fall. Because tonight, at the Grandel, it's still going to be my set.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second portion of Grandel Wrestling, STL versus the World 2. The following contest is presented in association with Glory Pro Wrestling. Check them out March 26th at the South Broadway Athletic Club. The following contest is set for one fall, and it is for the Crown of Glory Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest, set for one fall, is for the Crown of Glory Championship. Your referee is Eric Allen. Introducing first, the challenger from Denver, Colorado, weighing 250 pounds, the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper. And his opponent from U-City, USA, weighing 265 pounds, he is the defending Crown of Glory champion, the Quadfather, Camaro Jackson.
More action on tap here from Grandel Wrestling, STL versus the world, and more on the line here than just City Pride as the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper, is going one-on-one for the Glory Pro Crown of Glory Championship. That champion, the Quadfather, Camaro Jackson. Quite the ovation for the Quadfather, obviously going to be a fan favorite here tonight on a St. Louis versus the world night, but St. Louis is a city that has struggled to embrace Dak Draper. Maybe it's the introduction through the National Wrestling League that was the problem. He was definitely presented as a foe of St. Louis there, but a man that loves this wrestling city, loves Grandel Wrestling, but you hear the entire crowd is kicking back that shame on you right in the face of the Mile High Magnum.
We got two sturdy fellows ready to do battle here.
You may see the height difference and expected strength difference, and I don't think you're going to see that here. Camaro Jackson, one of the strongest competitors I've ever seen in the St. Louis area. Reason he has that championship for sure. But a X factor tonight, I see that rib tape adorning the Quadfather name. It looks like he may have suffered some sort of injury in a previous accident.
I think it might be the gear, but it's extra support, you know.
There's a new layer to him. I'm curious if maybe there's something to watch out for there. You're right, now that I look at it, it is more of his gear pulling up on there, but I wonder if he is hiding some sort of an injury, as he has gone toe-to-toe with some of the toughest combatants in Glory Pro to keep that championship around his waist.
Not budging an inch, not even an inch.
Dak not used to not getting some sort of pushback there. A little bit of frustration and a little bit of respect on the face of Dak Draper.
He moved Dak one step, so I gotta say Camaro's got the advantage here. Let's see what happens. Okay.
These two Titans rocking each other back and forth here. Neither man wanting to give an inch, neither wanting to go down. Quadfather shooting under, comes in. Big shoulder block, and he knocks Dak Draper to the ground. Camaro Jackson, a proud St. Louisan from U-City, and a true champion of this city. Not only does he fight for the city, he fights for all the kids that train with him at Team Ambition, and he wants to prove to them that you can do things the right way and be great. And that's the message that he wants to send to the kids of St. Louis, to the students he trains. There's Dak Draper, though. Big knee right to the face. And that's a great way to capitalize on it. He snuck back into the ring, got the high ground on Camaro, and delivered a knee that changed the course of this matchup. This is the type of opportunity that may have just presented itself here in a realm like STL versus the world at the Grandel, because Dak Draper fairly new to the regular Glory Pro roster. And now here he is, finds himself competing for their highest prize, that Crown of Glory Championship.
Yeah, I mean, Dak is, you're not going to beat Camaro with some hard buckles. Like, it's not going to be enough. He's easily distracted by the fans, and I love that it reminds me of when I was 16 at the shows, because they're really getting under his skin, talking trash. That's what I like to see. And I think he's going to give an opening right here for St. Louis and for Camaro.
Well, capitalizing, giving some hard buckles of his own.
Yeah, but
and drives him in. There you go.
That's a difference maker.
Camaro able to follow up, and you're right, maybe Dak Draper has this city in his head. I spoke before about how he's tried to come in the conquering hero, and he's been rejected at every turn, at every promotion I've seen him enter. And I think he's finally said to hell with the fans, but maybe it's still in there. Well, this is a patented maneuver for the Quad Father. That stalling suplex on a whole lot of man in Dak Draper. That takes amazing core strength. That big lariat, nobody home. Romero Jackson comes in hot and scoop right to the outside. Dak Draper sent him out to the floor of the theater here at the Grandel.
There are no mats on the floor out there. That is just hard wood. That is a merciless floor. It busted open Gary J earlier today.
Busted open Gary J. I believe it also busted open Xavier Walker.
5 minutes elapsed in the match.
His lip was split wide open during that ladder match. So yeah, it is treacherous out here at the Grandel Theater.
You got to keep it in the ring if you want to make it out alive.
Well, and if you want to be the Crown of Glory champion, that's the only strategy I would question here for Dak Draper. He is, as you talked about, he is out there trying to go toe-to-toe with the fans more than he is with Camaro Jackson, and he's got to watch our official count there. There he breaks the count. Can't win this championship by count out or disqualification. I don't think Dak would want that either. He wants to pin Camaro Jackson center of the ring here.
Yeah, he told me earlier he's got room in his bag for a belt, so I think he definitely wants to come out of here with the championship.
He would love to take that belt home to Dog Draper, I am sure. Shots to the midsection there. Whether I need to adjust my prescription or not on my contacts, his ribs might be in bad shape now that he's taken a beating to the midsection from Dak Draper and that big spill to the outside.
I mean, these guys are going tit for tat. It's a lot of payback because of the corner attacks we had earlier, and now Dak's turning around, working the gut. I mean, that pays off the longer the match goes.
Dak may be trying to exploit what he sees as a cardio advantage as well. If he could take the air out of a guy like Camaro Jackson that zaps his strength, zaps that speed, zaps a lot of his qualities that, oh my gosh, judo throw. And Dak Draper working the arm now, just kind of trying to pick him apart. It'll be a 1 count on the champion. But to my point, every count, you would know more about this than me, of course, an active competitor, but every count, pushing a human being off of your body, I don't think a lot of people give a credit to what that takes to kick out of a pin.
Absolutely, kick out's one of the most technical aspects of wrestling, and it's one of the most important elements, the pin and the kick out.
When every time you pin somebody, sometimes you're not going to win a match with that, correct? But you're just trying to pin them down, make them kick out, exert some force, exert some win.
Exert full force, because the stakes are too high to only put a little bit. You have to put everything into your kick out, and that's exhausting. But when you kick out, it feels good too, to know you've got some life left in you, and sometimes that's a motivator for guys to start turning it around and coming back.
To give it a surge of energy, that's exactly what Camaro Jackson may need here as he's getting worked over. And Scott there, looking for that lariat that takes many people's heads off. Big spine buster right in the center of the ring, and that at least gets us back to 0-0. It's a whole new ball game as both men are on the ground. The official has started his 10 count. As you see, Draper favoring his back, Camaro favoring his ribs.
That spine buster made a huge difference. Dak's feeling it. I know what that low back feels like when it hurts. Boy, can I relate. I definitely vicariously am feeling that one.
That's got you out of action tonight, unfortunately. We still have Outlaw's match coming up here tonight. He said he's going to challenge somebody here. We have, of course, that huge Motor City Machine Guns match against technical difficulties, but all that up later on tonight. If you're not joining us here live tonight, you can catch all this on YouTube. Make sure you're sharing it, liking Grandel Wrestling on all of the social platforms at Grandel Wrestling. That way you know when the next Grandel Wrestling event is going to hit, whether it's right here at the Grandel or at the various other events in St. Louis area.
Okay, I think we're hitting another phase of this match here. These guys are looking at each other saying, I'm tougher than you.
Well, you spoke a little bit earlier about the tit-for-tat nature, about trying to do anything you could do, I could do better. And you see that playing out right here as both men just squaring up and letting the other man chop them, trying to prove they're tougher. And Camaro lighting up Dak a little bit, sends him off the ropes. Ducks under Camaro. Ran right through that chop, and then a huge shoulder block. Finally knocks Dak off his feet. And there may be that surge of adrenaline that the Quad Father needed. Thunderous chops in the corner, sends Dak Draper to the opposite corner. Follows up with a big avalanche attack. Off the ropes. Big sidewalk slam. 1, 2, no. Big kick out from Dak Draper.
10 minutes elapsed in the match, 10 minutes down.
Mile High Magnum not going to go down without a fight, of course. Still has a lot of fight in him, but that was a pretty close 2 count. And we are getting deep into this contest.
Yeah, it's high stakes territory right here. Every move is important. You got to go for the kill right here.
That lariat, once again. No one home. Rolled up, that could do it. 1, 2, no. Quick kick out. Dak headhunt, that big back elbow. Springs up. Amazing athleticism for the big man, and he has this right where he wants him. Big drop kick only staggers the Quad Father. Dak may be lining up for... Oh! Big slam out of the corner. 1, 2, no! Camaro uses that patented slam out of the corner. Dak Draper was damn near too big for him to hit it on.
But he more than pulled it off there. He really flipped Dak onto his back there, and that landing rocked him.
Well, he may have flipped the matchup on top of its head, too, as well. Now he is fully in the driver's seat.
We're going back and forth. It's always going back and forth. These guys are not acquiescing whatsoever.
Back body drop.
Bad landing on his hip. That's going to hurt. I always feel the back ones more.
Might need to get a bit of a chiropractor sponsorship here for the next STL versus the World. Big back elbow drop. With the athleticism of Dak, nobody home. And the big pounce! The big pounce from Camaro Jackson! That's nearly gonna do it, but Dak was able to roll out of the ring, whether it was momentum or veteran savvy. He ended up out on the floor.
That was raw power that sent him to the floor on that one.
Camaro would be in great shape here, but now he's got to figure out how to get the big man back in and maintain control. Dak coming in. Looks that same knee that changed the game earlier, but nobody home this time. Big lariat, nobody there. Dak scrambles over. Looking for that big sit-out powerbomb. Is that it? 1, 2. No! Dak Draper tried to hit that doctor bomb. Maybe didn't get the twist, but still sat out. Spiked him right on his head, and I thought that was it. The official's count was an inch away from the mat.
It would have been 3, but Dak's left foot wasn't over Camaro's arm. The right was. He just couldn't get it over, and that was enough so for him to get that shoulder up.
You get deep into matches like this, you're down on energy. That's the basics that go out the window. You don't hit the singles, you're trying to hit home runs. That may have been what happened there. Camaro trying to fight out of that suplex into the ring. It's a patented maneuver from Dak Draper. been fighting for position in dangerous territory here as they grow ever higher here at the Grandel Theater. The air getting thin for both men. Dak takes a big bite out of the forehead of Camaro Jackson. And teetering.
Yeah, Dak's got a really wide stance. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's going up to the top. All the way.
Huge superplex! A huge superplex for the Mile High Magnum, and that might do it. Camaro crashed hard on his low back. He's in a heap. 1, 2, no! Once again, at the last possible moment, the Quad Father is able to dig down deep and kick out. He has scratched so hard and fought for so long to be the Crown of Glory champion, to represent Glory Pro and his city. He doesn't want to give it up. He'll do anything to keep that championship, but with the Dr. Bomb looming, it may be slipping out of grasp. Big lariat! Big lariat! 1, 2, 3! There is your winner, and still Crown of Glory champion, the Quad Father, Romero Jackson.
And still the Crown of Glory champion, Camaro Jackson.
Cashing in on a powerful right arm. Powerful right clothesline. Close it out. Dak still wobbly on his feet. Looking real wobbly. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a second. Earlier this evening, Kenny Alfonso won that briefcase that gives him a shot anytime he wants at the Crown of Glory Championship. Such history between these two, Matt. Former tag team, best friends, trained together, came up together.
I gotta say, Kenny's a wise guy if he's thinking about making that cash in now after that physical match.
It would be the smartest thing he could do, but can Kenny do it? Can Kenny do it to his friend, to his brother? Well, there you go. March 26th, Kenny Alfonso calling his shot. He doesn't want to do it this way. He wants to look his brother in the eye, his tag partner in the eye, his best friend in the eye, and challenge him for that Crown of Glory championship. It goes down at Glory Pro, cleared to engage, March 26th. Get your tickets now. And tune in on Fight TV for what is sure to be one hell of a championship contest.
Showtime. Kenny Alfonso, started from the bottom, made it to the top of Alfonso. He took the block like Alonso. Show you exactly how I move pronto. Athletic, I'm past 30, even if the man got it. The young phenom is here, loud and clear. Look up, I am kicking head when my kicks my gift. I am the man at this, I am the problem, I'm the freezer, I'm the man at this. I've been moving from my timeline, this is my prime time. Exactly why I'm moving down the fine lines. My character is
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is presented by Golden Gems on Locust in Midtown St. Louis. Stay golden. Ladies and gentlemen, Golden Gems, they do jewelry, they do decor. They're here tonight, and you may have seen the new Grandel Wrestling and Golden Gems shirt that we have on sale here tonight. So thank you very much, Golden Gems. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is set for one fall.
St. Loser, Missouri. Surprise! You are looking at the king of the greatest city in the world, Chicago, Illinois. It is I, FTC, Frank the Clown. Now, Frank the Clown comes here tonight with an important announcement. And that announcement is that Frank the Clown now owns St. Louis. The badass sweetheart who's about to bestow her presence upon you now owns St. Louis. Because it's a tale as old as time. Chicago owns St. Louis. And your hometown hero, Tootie Lynn. Make some noise for Tootie Lynn. Because she's inevitably going to get destroyed, much like the Blackhawks destroy the Blues year after 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 year. So without further ado, St. Louis, for the first time in your lives, please try to show some respect and decorum for the greatest talent to come out of Chicago since Michael Jordan. Chicago's sweetheart, Missa Cates.
After a great deal of talk, it is time for action. Ever since the last Glory Pro event, Missa Kate made her presence known and attacked Tootie Lynn, and it has been a war of words ever since that now involves a clown and a giant bear for a fantastic night of professional wrestling here at the Grandel Theater. It all comes down to this, Missa Kate going one-on-one with Tootie Lynn.
A true rivalry of cities, of people. Frank the Clown came out guns blazing like a wild man.
I do not want to question.
Tootie Lynn had the answer coming out with Louie.
Yeah, bring it out, Louie.
These are two unexpected turns that really have leveled this match up.
5 stars to both of them. Missa Kate, I can absolutely appreciate her bringing out Frank the Clown, wanting to get in the head of Tootie Lynn, but Tootie had it trump carded from the get-up here as she brings out Louie, a gargantuan hockey-playing bear, to be on her side here tonight.
Things are chaotic here already. I love it.
I certainly don't want to have any bias, but I do want to take a gumption with the fact that I unfortunately don't believe that Kate and Frank have watched a hockey game in the past 5 to 6 years if they believe that the Blackhawks have been beaten up on the Blues for quite some time, but I will digress.
Well, I mean, if there ends up being a hockey fight tonight, I pick Louie over Frank the Clown. But Frank's carrying that belt, and like literally that's a weapon, so I would just keep an eye on that as things progress, and keep an eye on Tootie's right heel, because it's going in faces.
You're absolutely right. Frank the Clown does have a weapon, but I will point out that Tootie Lynn does have a wild animal on her side.
Louie seems moderately domesticated.
We are in the era of the cocaine bear. I do not trust him one bit. Tootie Lynn, big monkey flip comes in, big shot right to the face of Miss Kate. 1, 2, no. Big kick out there from the Chicago sweetheart.
Oh.
Fists flying in the center of the ring there.
Shouldn't have been talking trash. Now, I don't understand what this ref's doing. To me, she would have at least 5 seconds to do those mounted punches.
We got to let him go. Let him fight. Swallow the whistle, as it were, if we're talking hockey.
Oh, where's this ref from? What's his hometown?
From a pacifist nation, I guess. He doesn't want to see these two folks go at it. Tootie rocking it off, kitchen sink knee to the gut. Big stomps. Okay, quite the combination. Soccer kick, stomp combos there.
She's getting mean on her midsection there. I mean, that is a lot of kicks in a row.
Frank the Clown getting awful close to Louie the Bear. I don't personally like him, but I don't want to see him get mauled by a wild animal out here tonight either. He's best to keep his distance. Kate looking for a pin. 1, 2.
I mean, he came out here to pick a fight, it seems, to be honest.
Kate's been in firm control here for quite a bit. Oh, there's Frank the Clown getting involved.
He made sure he got some extra leverage on that. Frank the Clown, not a heavyweight. So okay, Louie and him have a.
This thing's gonna come to blows between the Bear and the Clown.
No.
Absolutely.
You see, the Bear has a helmet on, so I'd say go for the headbutt, pal.
Yeah, he watched a lot of Vince Russo tape. He came out with the hockey helmet. I think he may have heard me with his superior hearing. Miss Kate headhunting there, nobody home. Big chops. Tootie Lynn, a legit black belt, a martial arts competitor. But Missa Kate, raised in Chicago, I think that's all you need for your street cred there. I don't think you need to be classically trained if you grew up in the streets of Chicago.
She turns it up. She knows how to be aggressive and continue that aggression. She doesn't stop after 1 punch or 2. She keeps going and going till Tootie's down. And I mean, that's been the difference. Her persistence.
And this is my first experience with Kate and Frank. I'm familiar a little bit with them from, I'm sure you're more familiar working with them at Warrior Wrestling, things like that, up Chicago way. Big front slam there from her. 1, 2.
I mean, I've known Frank since he's been coming to WWE events back in the day. I've known him a long time because I see him in Chicago, which is, in my professional opinion, a second-rate city compared to St. Louis. I mean, especially if you're talking about sporting teams.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to get a little biased there, but understandable. Big spike down the center of the ring with a scoop slam. At the end of the day, it may have worked. All of the trash talking, getting inside of Tootie's head, using her city pride against her. I mean, right now it has been all Miss Kate for quite some time in this match.
She's grinding away at her. Every strike is doing damage. Every time she touches her, she hurts her.
Throws like that as well. I mean, it really has. It's been a long time since I've seen Tootie dominated like this here. In a St. Louis ring, she is fast and furious. She has all the heart in the world. She's got the people behind her, obviously.
Ooh, Missa Kate with great ring positioning, moving her away from the ropes to the dead center of the ring, locking on this body scissors.
You talked about grinding. That's exactly what she's doing. Body scissors. She's able to give blows to the back of the head here if she wants. Her hands are free. She's grinding on the ribs. Tootie looks out of it. Her mind might be another zip code. She's trying to snap back into this fight.
There she goes. She's starting to fight at the legs, pushing back into a pinfall. But she didn't escape the hold.
She's stuck in the center of the ring. And that body scissors, kind of like we talked about earlier with some other stuff, that is not, maybe a high energy submission maneuver, but it is effective. She's crunching her ribs in the center there. That is zapping her of her cardio. Tootie's got to find a way to escape and get this thing back on.
It took 4 elbows to get out of that, so I mean, there's no easy escapes. Let's see, I see Frank the Clown sliding around the backside, so I'm just going to keep an eye on him as well. But keeping my eye on Tootie too. Hopefully she keeps an eye on Frank.
Big blows to the gut, ducks under. Tootie trying to mount a comeback here. Heel kick, sends Missa Kate into the corner. She's looking to Frank the Clown for help. Tootie comes rushing in for a head shot, no one there. And a full Nelson there was delivered into the corner. Missa Kate comes in, meets a back elbow. Tootie up top now, flying through the air for a city 1-2. No. Big kick out there. Tootie Lynn's got to use this momentum. She's got to get back in the game here. She has been getting wore down and beat for a large majority of this contest. She's got to get the people back on her side and get an adrenaline rush going. Both connect. Both connect with a head kick, and both women are down. I don't care how educated your feet are, how black your belt is, how much classes you've been through. A kick to the head's a kick to the head. They both got each other right in the temple.
Yeah, the dexterity of both of them to be able to land to the head at the same time was just absolutely wild. Tootie's pulling herself up by the ropes. I see. She's up first.
Tootie's headhunting here. What's she looking for? Nobody home. Looking for a big knee to the side of the head. Kate captures her, sends her into the corner. Great ring position, rolls her out the center. 1, 2. No. Big knee, right to the mush. That could be it. 2 count. Louis making a better door for a window for you there, Matt. It's blocking some of the action, but Chicago Sweetheart is conferring with Frank the Clown in the corner. I think the crowd may be sensing trouble for Tootie. They're trying to rally behind her in any way possible and get into the head of Missa Kate. Miss. Big shot there from Tootie Lynn. Could that do it? 1, 2, no! Last second kick out from Missa Kate. Like her or not, that takes heart and determination to kick out of that. That could take out anybody. Kick right to the temple, your lights are out.
Yeah, I think Tootie's still feeling the effects of that high kick from earlier, and she just wasn't able to cover quick enough or apply enough force on that cover to get the 3. I don't know about taking a risk up here. She still seems wobbly and woozy. So.
This is make or break.
Yeah, but you know,
Tootie.
you got to take chances to win a big match like this. You got to counter this if you want to win. Oy.
Scooped up Samoan slam. 1, 2, no! I thought that might have been the moment that turned this match. I thought Tootie Lynn taking that risk and it not turning out for her was it. She was able to kick out at the last second though.
She barely got that shoulder up. Missa K was applying pressure right on those shoulders. It's so hard to get just an inch off the mat, and that's what Tootie was able to get.
That's an armbar though. She's cranking that thing. There's no way out. Right in the center of the ring. She's got a tap. And Frank the Clown. Frank the Clown is getting involved. Tootie swings and misses. Big shot from Missa Kate. Kate very proud of herself, but she needs to capitalize. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Frank the Clown has angered the beast. Louis is ready to stand up for his city. Frank the Clown is in a hockey fight with a hockey bear, and that is not going to work out well for him. Louis may have neutralized Frank the Clown, but back in the center of the ring, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, a flash pin for Tootie Lynn, and there is your winner with the assist of Louis, Tootie Lynn.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is presented by the St. Louis Boxing Club. Come try their high-intensity, full-body workouts for all abilities, 7 days free. No boxing experience necessary. Check them out at stlouisboxingclub.com. Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a 6-man tag team match set for 1 fall. Introducing first, Team STL, accompanied by Amanda Trust, is the president of the United States of Slam, Mr. Extraordinary himself, Benjamin Trust.
you ever
Vega.
So fly in the junk is a high. And then my line of work that goes side by side. And when the worlds collide, they waste the whole product. Here's the adrenaline when the block gets shot up. Take it to the vein. Matter of fact, take one shot to the brain. One dose or two dose Novocaine. Red dot to it, high like pain. No, it's just another place you can't go. Barricade, get the gauge, re-engage.
Weighing 4,000 pounds of raw heavy metal. He's here to rule ass, and he is part of Team STL Warhorse. Their opponents, fighting out of Skid Row, Los Angeles, California. The team of Superman's daddy, Jorel Nelson, the Mile High Samurai, Royce Isaacs, and Filthy Tom Lawlor, Team Filthy.
Whispers in your head, now you wake up screaming. Why the monster keep you up late at night? Why don't you let go? And I will take your souls.
Six-man tag action on tap. It's STL versus the world as Team Filthy is set to take on a generational team of St. Louis Warriors here. As you have Davey, Vega, Warhorse, and Benjamin Trust set to take on the invaders of Team Filthy.
I mean, this is a huge matchup. A little reminiscent of our opening contest with a little bit of New Japan versus the St. Louis action. This is a dangerous trio these guys are facing.
Well, these are guys that they have no respect for St. Louis, the professional wrestling scene here in St. Louis. The guys across the ring from them, they are not called Team Filthy for as a catchphrase.
Yeah, Jorel Nelson showed Warhorse no respect, called him War Puppy. I mean, these guys are coming at you with mind games, and they're going to try and rip your arm off as well.
One of the most dangerous fighters you're going to come across, Tom Lawlor, in there with a kid, a pup in Benjamin Trust. He is just starting to explode on the scene here in St. Louis and really starting to make a name for himself. And this is, without a doubt, the toughest test he's ever ran across. That may not... I question the strategy for Trust to start this match when you have more world traveled people like Vega and Warhorse that have been all over. Trust proving me wrong. I guess that's why I'm sitting here on commentary.
Is that move called the Trust Fall? Because it is not, it is now.
Oh my God. Put it on a t-shirt, brother. That Seidel just made you millions.
Hey, it's a heck of a move, man. It really turned the table on old Lawlor there.
Now this is the strategy I would have went with. Davey Vega, one of the most dangerous competitors to come out of St. Louis, world traveled tag and singles champion. He's going to match up much better with Team Filthy. This is a 2-on-1 attack here. Lawlor comes in. This is breaking down. This is a Donnybrook now. Team St. Louis coming in and kind of dirty working Team Filthy here. Is this a 3-man 10-count punches? A 30-count punches in the corner? Maybe a little St. Louis bias from this referee here as she is backing up.
It's great to see good teamwork between the St. Louis team.
That is. Because
they're all on the same page.
These are folks that they definitely are not teaming regularly like Team Filthy or even traveling around together like Team Filthy. These guys are kind of on separate zip codes quite a lot. They come together here in the big promotions in St. Louis, but at all different stages of their careers for sure, and not regular teammates. And that might be rearing its head here as Team Filthy is taking control and starting to put a hurting on young Ben Trust. Lawlor acting as a ring general here. Football sequence here from Team Filthy. The field goal and the win.
Wait, is there a real thing or was that invisible?
I believe this is an elaborate celebration of them hitting one maneuver, which one would question slightly.
Matthew, did you see the live grenade in the ring?
That was terrifying. It was real.
Bears
Jorel
and live
told
grenades.
me it was a live grenade. I thought it was like a sports ball, like a baseball. Your knee pads look great, Royce. Yeah, your knee pads are fantastic piece of high quality work. I wonder who made them by hand.
Tom Lawlor with cross punches to the chest of young Benjamin Trust, and this is just this is a hell of an education in the professional wrestling business here from Royce and Tom Lawlor, Team Filthy as a whole here.
A shot to the back of the head is just filthy. Man, these guys are about it.
Isaacs and
They were getting aggressive on me. Can you believe that?
Run up
and
on
they
you
know
over
I
here.
have a back injury.
The
Seidel brothers have a victory over those guys.
I would not want to run afoul of any of those
5 minutes
three.
left in the match. 5 minutes now.
They're a
There you go,
great
once
trio,
again.
and they're aggressive, and that's what it takes to win tonight.
Well, I think we're seeing the trio's experience come together here. As I said, this is not a cohesive unit on the other side. We were impressed early on with the teamwork, but that seems to be breaking down, and now Team Filthy is having a real good time with young Benjamin Trust over there.
And again, I'm just saying this. There's no pads on this floor. It's just straight hardwood stage. You know, I just
Nelson is
always
taking
worry
a
out
trip
there.
around the entire arena. Oh, it's Nelson. All right, sorry, that's Lawlor.
Lawlor, yeah, that's
Lawlor with a extreme long runway for that soccer kick.
Lawlor in the denim tie shorts.
Yes. Which he took off his entrance denim shorts to adorn. I mean, here's the thing. They're in firm control. I'm not going to question them, but at what point are they having too much fun with this situation? Yes, they are in control of a rookie in Benjamin Trust, but you see Vega and Warhorse trying to fight their way into this matchup.
Because anytime they're proximate to an opponent, they're extremely aggressive and vicious, and then they get some space, they fight on their terms. Now they're fighting on their territory. It's much easier for them out here on the floor.
I mean, this is
to
like
control things.
watching a pack of wild dogs just pick apart their opponents. Benjamin Trust is the legal man. He has rolled back into the ring. And now Nelson is the one, I believe. I keep spotting people the wrong way. This is Isaacs taking the trip around to come and deliver a kick to Vega.
Trust should roll right back out of the ring, but there you go, creating an opening for himself.
There you go. If he can get the tag to Warhorse, we might see this thing turn around, but there we are. Kicks him off. There's more space. Warhorse needs that tag. Here comes Lawlor to get in between. Ben Trust scoops up Lawlor. Airplane spin in the center of the ring. A classic maneuver, to say the least. And dumps him down with a fireman's carry. But now he doesn't know where he is. His ring presence is all off. He's got to get the tag to Warhorse.
Luckily, Warhorse is yelling and guiding the way. Perhaps he can just follow the voice. But your head's got to be
yelling.
spinning.
I didn't see that one coming, man.
Yeah, I didn't see. Did Jorel make the tag?
There's a tag.
Yeah, he just slipped on the way in, and
tag
Warhorse
Jorel,
is up
the tag
now.
to Warhorse as well. And Nelson eating some short jabs from Warhorse. Lawlor gets up. This thing has been out of control from the jump. We finally have two legal combatants in the ring. Big back elbow.
Warhorse getting his payback.
Warhorse, big DDT. And he has momentum on his side now. Maybe looking to put an exclamation point on the end of this one. Brain Eater. Shades of his tag partner. 1, 2, no. Davey Vega's finishing maneuver. Trying to channel his tag partner there to finish this thing off. But Team Filthy still in the game, Matt.
Yeah, the tribute was a beautiful idea, but Jorel kicked out strong, man. I mean, this Team Filthy is big. They're trained, and they're not quitting. They got a lot on the line because they have a lot of pride.
Well, and they've got a pretty long head start here in this match. You're going to have to deliver a lot more punishment, I think, to end this one.
Yeah, they're willing to do whatever it takes.
Up in a powerbomb position. Now all three men in the ring. Again, that trio's combination just overwhelming Warhorse. 1, 2. No. Somehow a kick out from Warhorse.
Powerbomb into a German by Royce, followed by a buzzsaw head kick. Warhorse's brain is scrambled.
Insane combination from Team Filthy there. And somehow Warhorse, as you noted, able to kick out. Tom Lawlor now coming in.
That moves, no other team in wrestling has done that. What those two guys just did. Boy, Warhorse better hope he's got teammates that are watching him because he's about to go out.
This might not be his
Trust
fancy,
is
but
standing.
he's going to choke him out right in the center. All 6 men in the ring now. Trust wheelbarrows up, trying to get a hold. He's got an ankle lock. Warhorse with a pin. He's got is he going to get him in a sharpshooter? All 6 men involved in the ring, and all of Team Filthy are in precarious submission positions. Lawlor screaming for pain. All of Team Filthy in a tough way. And in a match where the rules have been loose at best, we are going to adhere to a rope break for Team Filthy.
10 minutes left in the match, 10 minutes down.
Comes Davey Vega now.
Team Filthy has no quit in them. Like, a lot of people would have just given up at that point. You see that a lot in Lucha Libre matches when all three of the opponents are tied up. That's a wrap, and they refuse to quit. I mean, this is deep waters. It's getting to the next level right now.
Well, at the end of the day, they know that they're the stars coming into this match. They're the together trio. They don't want to lose to this group of mercenaries trying to defend the city of St. Louis. Here we are, everybody scrapping center of the ring. Strike fest. Warhorse, big headbutt. Lawlor, Mongolian chop. Elbows for everybody from Benjamin Trust. Trying to rally his troops. Trust and Warhorse both dumped to the outside. Vega left alone with all of Team Filthy. Spiked down. Monkey flipped into Ivan's power slam. Lawlor just loving it. Spinal tap kick to the back. This is just non-stop, ruthless offense on Vega. My God. And Vega now in the center of the ring in a Boston
Tom
crab.
Lawler's up top.
Lawlor with a headbutt. That's gotta be it. 1, 2, 3. No. 2 count, he got it up. The last second. Team Filthy is shocked. I bet Davey Vega is shocked. Out of instinct, able to kick out. This thing rolled on.
That was at least a 5-move combo from Team Filthy. Wow. Wow, they can put it together. They're going to go again.
Quote the great David Arquette, WCW champion. 5-post massacre. Nobody can survive that. Trust spinning clothesline once again. Everybody eating mammoth strikes here. Lawlor with a waist lock. Filthy Tom getting rocketed off the ropes. Reverse Irish whip. Brought him in. Big knee.
That looked like an enziguri right to the back of his head. Yeah, I mean, look at Warhorse. He's for sure shook from it.
This action is flying so fast and furious, it's hard to keep track of it. Vega back into the corner. When you're in control of the mat, another Enzy kick. Vega is out and on the top rope. Here comes Ben Trust. Trust trying to save Vega. Thanks for coming. Warhorse, the next one to step in. And he eats a spinning elbow.
Lawlor won't be stopped.
Vega says not again.
He's just covering up.
I mean, Vega he kicked out somehow, but he took a huge beating. Double power bomb there. From the soldiers of St. Louis, here comes Vega with a double stop. 1, 2, 3. There's your winner, Davey Vega. Ben Trust, Warhorse, Team St. Louis with the victory here at Grandel Wrestling STL versus the world.
Wow.
This is for the infants, the haves and the have-nots. Leaders have to dress spot so you can be a. This will be the biggest leap that you ever have. Tough flying, the junkies are high. And in my line, I'm where that goes side by side. But when the worlds collide, they waste the whole.
Ladies and gentlemen, accompanied by Cinco, please welcome to the ring St. Louis's own, 222 pounds, he is the general of the Bandana Brigade. Real name, no gimmicks, Mike Outlaw.
STL, what up with it? Now, as you probably are aware of, tonight I'm supposed to face Matt Seidel, and unfortunately, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen tonight. Because it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. With both of us being St. Louis natives, it's going to happen, and when it does happen, it's going to happen right here in the 314. Which brings me to another matter of who am I facing. So, it ain't no secret. Ain't nobody messing with our city. Ain't nobody messing with STL. Some of the best wrestlers are coming through this city. Some of the best wrestlers in the world are from this city. And the future is looking bright. So I decided to give a gift from the world, from St. Louis to the world, and reach back and give back a hand-picked opponent who's going to be a star in the making for years to come.
St. Louis, Missouri, Chris Hendrix. With all your referee is Alex Strahan.
The card reads STL versus the world, but this is certainly STL versus STL. So the story as it goes. Unfortunately, my surprise commentary partner, lovely as it is to have you, has a debilitating back injury, is unable to compete tonight. And so Mike Outlaw handpicked one of his students that he sees quite a bit in down at the Team Ambition Dojo to face him here tonight on this grand stage at Grandel Wrestling.
This really makes me happy to see what's happening here. You know, in light of my injury, I really love what Mike Outlaw had to say. You know, we want to do this match in the 3-1-4, and what's great is a lot of the breaks that I got in my career, some of my biggest breaks came when somebody got injured or somebody got pulled from a card and I stepped up. So we have a big moment here. You know, we could have a new star in St. Louis born. These people are born overnight. In AEW, it happened with an Action Andretti and Dante Martin. All you need is one match, one moment, and Mike Outlaw's putting it on the line. But clearly, he's already tried to do a little bit of veteran technique, go for the handshake, grab the headlock. You know, who knows what's up? But I'm really excited to see this one play out, and watching this counts as scouting for me, so I might have a different mentality as we're watching this.
Well, I'm sure you've had your eye on the situation with Mike Outlaw. You don't accept a match and not scout a guy. So I'm sure you know that while his words up top of this match sure sounded great, he has not been quite as nice here competing in Glory Pro. He was champion for quite some time until he lost that belt to the Quad Father, who we saw earlier tonight here at STL versus the World. He did it in some underhanded tactics.
I was there. I mean, you know, I mean, these guys have to go hard to represent the city, and everybody's fighting for that top prize.
Hey, believe me, you're talking to one of the most vile, most hated men in St. Louis professional wrestling today. I understand everything about underhanded tactics. Derek Neal is not STL is not Gateway Heritage champion for STL Anarchy because of I play fair, but still, Mike Outlaw talking a big game up front. But I think what really happened is he didn't want a Matt Seidel caliber replacement, so he chose one of his students who he knows in and out. But that being said, still a huge opportunity for Chris Hendrix to step up, show his trainer that he's learned a little something on the side, and get a victory here. Outlaw ducks under Hendrix, couple up and overs. There you go, big arm drag. Hendrix is very speedy. I've seen him at Glory Pro and opening up at WrestleMac shows all around. Big Hurricane Rana.
I train a lot of wrestlers myself, and I'll tell you what, these young guys can turn you on your side. They can really put it on you. I mean, it's a high-risk match for Outlaw. There it is, dropkick right in the face.
When Outlaw's likely going into this match thinking, I got this in the bag, I know this kid inside and out, but like you said, these young kids can learn something new every day. Not to sound like an old fogey, but they got access to YouTube and Fight TV and IWTV. They can be watching all kinds of professional wrestling from around the world and learning every day. Oh, wow, what a maneuver from Mike Outlaw. Scooped him right up into a power slam position and then spiked him on the ring apron.
I felt that vicariously, and I gotta say that's as dangerous as it gets, man. I don't know if this kid's gonna get back up, because inside the ring he was starting to match Outlaw. Inside the ring he was starting to show him he wasn't afraid, but outside the ring it changes things dramatically.
Well, and that just goes to show the veteran savvy, you know, why one's the trainer and one's the student. A silky smooth counter to that apron kick from Chris Hendrix. 1, 2, only a 2 count for Mike Outlaw.
Yeah, Outlaw really changed the pace, took the ball into his court now.
Looks like Outlaw's put on some size since the last time I saw him. So really dwarfing Chris Hendrix. Hendrix was trying to start a strike battle there. I don't know if that's what I would do against the much larger, much stronger Outlaw. If I need to stick and move here.
I hope he gets to 10. I hope he catches him with 10 chops, at least.
Outlaw face wash there.
You know what, the first thing I ever did in St. Louis wrestling on TV was they put me through a table. It was the first thing I ever did. I was 17 still.
That's a hell of a welcome to St. Louis professional wrestling.
Hey, that's right. It ain't easy.
But if Chris Hendrix can get a win here on this stage against Mike Outlaw, one of the top combatants in Glory Pro and in St. Louis, it's a huge opportunity. He looks like he's bleeding from the mouth.
He's not going to get out of this with a victory, but he's going to get out of this with a lesson, you know, and he might get a chance to prove himself and level up in training, because this is where you level up. You can train all you want, but when it's go time in the ring, you know, this is where the real lesson happens.
Well, that's a no-lose situation for a man like Hendrix. You're in this match. You didn't expect to compete tonight. You're in there with Mike Outlaw. You either, like you said, learn a lesson, or if you do squeak one out, huge moment either way here on a grand stage like this huge event, Grandel Wrestling, STL versus the world.
Wow, unleashing the power on him.
Great show of strength, and yeah, definitely his mouth is starting to gush now. And now he's being choked out in the center of the ring. And that bleeding from the mouth like that impedes he's trying to suck wind as much as he can while he's in this sleeper hold. And the bleeding from the mouth, you're breathing in blood and sweat, and that's gonna make you go out just quicker.
He had us around the carotid artery. I mean, that's a blood choke. He's about to pass out. I must have got a little crack of air in there. Okay, I see.
Hendrix trying to fight out of this thing. Knows the end was coming there. Big strike, loosens the grip. Tries to go off the ropes, but not able to. And Mike Outlaw right back to the choke. Great job.
Oh,
Hendrix
counters
to the
it.
pin.
That's
1, 2. No. Great counter there, but not able to get the 3 count. Outlaw stops him right in his tracks with that chop. Up and over. Hendrix, full head of steam, comes in. Big forearm smash. And another one. Lighten up Outlaw.
Taking him off his feet twice. Second
Off
roll.
cross body.
Oh, he missed the cover.
If he could have hooked those legs, that
That's
might have been it.
He's coming back to life. He's not backing down.
Outlaw got far, far away after that cross body. That could have been
buddy,
it.
go. Here we go.
Hendrix vaulted to the outside. Nobody home for Outlaw. Big empty shot, kick right to the head. Hendrix is now mounting up to the top rope. Meteora! Wait, up 2! No! Meteora captured the legs. Damn near got a 3 count.
That was
Chris
close
Hendrix.
to 3, and if me, the originator of that move, had done it, it would have been 3.
Mike Outlaw would have been in a much different situation if that was a Matt Seidel Meteora. That just goes to show your influence here on the kids that are still coming up.
Honestly, I mean, that's really what I'm saying is like, it's really cool to see him basically get the 3 count. Because, come on, I mean, you know, I wouldn't have expected him to even get to 2 in this match with Outlaw, but here we go.
Oh, this might be it, though, tied up behind.
No, he knows him too well. Oh, up top of the victory roll.
There you go, 1, 2. No. They kick out.
Excellent technique on that victory roll.
Hendrix shoves him off, follows him up. Great ring presence. Go Brad, 1, 2. No. Close call from Mike Outlaw. I can't believe the tenacity from young Chris Hendrix here.
That's nearly 3 near falls for him. Very good for Hendrix. But
he can't get frustrated, though. He's giving Outlaw everything he's got. He's got to stay on the ball.
He's got to get up in his face.
There you go.
Take it to him.
Take your moment, kid.
He's got to go. He's got to go. You got to go forward.
Hendrix maybe making a mistake here, allowing Outlaw back to his feet.
No, he's got his head movement down. Great.
Bobbing and weaving there.
He's seen him throw a lot of strikes in training. He's ready for this. He's ready for this test. Oh.
Yeah, that last one didn't quite have the impact he thought it did. Able to kip up, though. Big shot to the head. Chris Hendrix.
Kissed him with the shin. Sliced bread coming up.
He got hung up on that top rope there. That gave Outlaw enough time to switch his grip. And he's looking for that TKO. Staggered Hendrix. Code breaker. Neither man wanting to go down. This might be the waning moments of this matchup. Whoever's shoulders hit the mat might stay there. Canadian Destroyer from Chris Hendrix. Smooth move off the second rope. And now looking for that sliced bread again. He hit it! He hit it! 1, 2, no!
10 minutes left in the match.
I thought he had it, but I love this. Hendrix going right back on the offense. Going up top.
Taking a risk, everything he's got on this move.
Looking for a 450. Nobody home. Lands on his backside. Here comes Outlaw. Full head of steam with a clothesline. And that might do it right there. Outlaw, 1, 2, 3. What an amazing showing from the young Chris Hendrix. But there's your winner, Mike Outlaw.
I think the look on his face says it all. I think he wants to be proud, but he's more happy he won. And that was quite a match to watch. I'm really proud of the St. Louis showing this one where they didn't need anybody from the world. This was a great wrestling match. just what St. Louis has to offer and just the kind of stuff St. Louis wrestling fans want to see.
I think Outlaw thought he was going to have a night off not facing you, Matt, but he got tested by Chris Hendrix. Great professional wrestling match, but we got another one coming down the road. I think you guys are going to cross up somewhere, somehow.
Yeah, both these guys showed a lot of grit, a lot of tenacity, and you know, I've been hit with a lot of right arm clotheslines like that, and I know how Hendrix feels, man. I mean, that's a tough one to get out of. Well, let's see. I mean, there shouldn't be any dissension here. This should be a respectful ending we'll see. I'll be sure to take notes on this one. How this goes from. Okay. See.
Show respect to Mike Outlaw. You love to see that.
Right. That's what this is about. Yeah, I'd say my confidence about 50-50 if I had to go with Mike Outlaw, because, he really showed off. And seeing him kick out of that double knee, shocking. Shocking.
These boys that are still here going, that are carrying the torch for companies like St. Louis Anarchy, Glory Pro, they're carrying the same torch that you did for GCW, and people like Pete Madden did before you for MRW. Yeah, the history of St. Louis lives on through these guys. A little reunion of sorts as KLD, Dan the Dad, and Mike Outlaw, formerly known as No New Friends, they have gone their separate ways for quite some time, but looking to celebrate together here tonight. And STL versus the World 2.
Join me in welcoming one of the best tag teams of all time, the Motor City Machine Guns. Tonight, you guys will be competing against technical difficulties. They are a team from right here in St. Louis. What can we expect from this evening's main event?
You can expect what you always see from Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. And I got to correct you a little bit right there. You said one of the greatest tag teams of all time. We're the greatest tag team of all time. I don't think there's any debate there. In St. Louis tonight, you're going to find some Detroit flavor coming from the Motor City Machine Guns.
You know what the best part about being in St. Louis is? Leaving it. And we're going to leave it winners. So technical difficulties, you can step to the best, but you're going to miss.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, it's time for what you came to see. The main event of Grandel Wrestling, STL versus the World 2. The following is a tag team match.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like pop. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in. Teach
is set for one fall and is a tag team match. Your referee is Allison Lee. Introducing first, to my right, from St. Louis, Missouri, the team of the Deliverer, Moses, and the whole thing, Rahim de la Suede. Technical difficulties. And their opponents from Detroit, Michigan, the team of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns.
It all comes down to this, STL versus the World 2, live here at the Grandel Theater, presented by Grandel Wrestling, and it is technical difficulties, Moses the Deliverer and Rahim de la Suede in tag team warfare with the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. A true test for two of St. Louis's brightest young stars. Moses and Suede are on the come up and are going to be the next bright stars to come out of St. Louis. I have no doubt of that. But here tonight, they are up against who they called themselves earlier the greatest tag team of all time. Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns. It is the toughest test of these two young careers.
Yeah, I love what's happening here. This is what makes guys level up in their careers when they get a chance to wrestle the best in the world, and that's not a metaphor or whatever. This is straight up. These guys have changed the game. Their influence is worldwide, and these are guys that I've worked with since I started wrestling as well. And it's like the best in the world are gonna make you keep up with them.
Well, and St. Louis has a rich history of that, of guys like you going up against Rob Van Dam and Sabu in GCW, and moving on to LWA. Alex Shelley himself came in and tested young guys there like Davey Vega, Dingo. He came in 2 or 3 different times and had no love for the city of St. Louis, if my memory serves me correct.
And when you line up these two, Shelley and Sabin, together, I mean, they become a combination that is just a whirlwind. But let's be real, I mean, Rahim and Moses have a good tag team partnership. They're not just two guys tossed together. The two guys in St. Louis that can take it to Motor City Machine Guns. I wrestled Rahim just the other day for WLW, and I mean, I really saw a lot of potential, and he moves unique. His kicks have a lot of power behind him. I mean, I definitely felt a couple of them. So it's like, we'll see. It's going to take a lot of teamwork and a lot of precision to take out Motor City Machine Guns.
Well, I tell you, every bit the potential that Rahim de la Suede showed you is there in Moses the Deliverer as well. Very different personalities, but that sometimes meshes for a tag team. They are on different spectrums, for certain. Moses, obviously by his name, good Christian boy, is a good kid, the epitome of a good kid. Likes to let his actions do the talking for him. Rahim de la Suede maybe oozing a little bit more charisma. Both amazing technical athletes, but I mean, you just can't discount what the Motor City Machine Guns aren't on the next level. They're on 2 or 3 levels above them.
Yeah, and Sabin's just controlling the pace, holding it down. It's a chess game because these tag matches are going to go deep,
And Sabin and Shelley, they're one of those tag teams as well that on their own, they are each individually a couple of the greatest professional wrestlers I've ever personally seen. So you go teaming them up, and it's almost an unstoppable force. The one thing that Moses and Rahim de la Suede have on their side is that when you are 2 or 3 levels below somebody, you are not on the Motor City Machine Guns radar. Rahim de la Suede was probably not on your radar before you faced him a few nights ago. And so when you step in there, you have the element of surprise early on. They're going to be able to test the machine guns.
Yeah, and they only have to be better than them for 3 seconds. That's it. You know, these guys got a lot on the line. It says STL versus the world. You got to stand up for your city.
And maybe I discounted that as well. That's a great point, Matt. That they're fighting for something. Mm-hmm. Are the machine guns fighting for anything? They obviously want to go out and prove themselves every night, but let's face it, if they have the confidence in themselves that they're gonna beat this thing, they may not have the fire and vigor of the guys that are going to defend their city tonight. Classic machine guns combination.
The deliverer sliding in with some big right arms, big right elbows.
Shakes off one clothesline, eats another, and then double teamed from behind.
That was a solid sandwich of the deliverer.
Shelley delivers him straight to the outside, as does Sabin to Rahim De La Suede. Now we might be fighting all over the Grandel here. Screams of agony from De La Suede. They are right at my feet here.
Laps of the match, 5 minutes down.
Wow. Sabin is delivering some punishment. They are fighting on into the crowd here.
It's all about aggression. That's what's won matches tonight. And
Alex Shelley in the crowd in St. Louis professional wrestling has been a torrid past, to say the least. Shouting back to his LWA days. Last time I saw either of the machine guns here was a triple threat match for St. Louis Anarchy. And I know one of the competitors in that match was Matt Fitchett. They were set to be here tonight. Matt Fitchett and Davey Vega were going to be on the other side of this ring, but due to unfortunate circumstances, that changed. That being said, though, I love seeing this young tag team get that opportunity to level up. As we've said, here they are, seizing that opportunity all over the back of Alex Shelley's head. Double teams from technical difficulties. Moses held him there for the big splash. This is some great tag team wrestling from these boys here.
all right, delivering a sandwich as payback.
Machine Gun's reeling a bit here. I mean, I guess, I'm assuming a lot. I have a wealth of knowledge to my left. But what is it like when you go into one of these towns and face somebody that you maybe never heard of, and you're halfway through the match, you're scrambling you got rocked, and you have to regroup.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's relying on your cardio and training. You can see Sabin and Alex Shelley he's got a degree in not personal training, physical therapy, and he's done bodybuilding shows, but his conditioning, he's going to rely on that, and his master of technique. I mean, this aggression paying off again.
Well, and there's being conditioned, there's being in good shape, like technical difficulty, they're in great shape, and then there's being in athletic shape. Like, these guys are world-traveled professional athletes, and it just doesn't get better than that as far as their conditioning. So I keep saying, I think the longer this match goes, the more it favors the Guns.
Yes, oh my gosh, they're tying up Rahim.
Punishing the lower body of Rahim De La Suede.
I mean, those are long targets.
Well, and this is what's going to fuel the Guns here. Motor City Machine Guns are fueling off the hatred from this.
I don't know if Alex Shelley and I could look more alike. It's just down to the armbands. It's as if I wrestled tonight. We're just going to call it even. Yeah, I'd be a good tag. Sabin and I tagged a couple times together. Holy goodness. Put it on him, baby. Yes. Yeah, Alex Shelley asked for it. He got it.
Maybe he stole some gear design from you. Early Ring of Honor you guys tagged up, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we've been since we've been south back in 05, maybe even 04. I was still living in St. Louis, but I was driving all over to these shows, and that's where I met Shelley and Sabin. And before the shows, we would all get together, roll around in the ring, trade trade holds and share what we knew, and that's, you know what I mean? That was an era before seminars and before YouTube, like you were saying earlier. You know, we learned by wrestling each other, and like, I mean, you know, this is the kind of stuff we would practice before the show. Even, you know, we weren't wrestling each other. We were just show, hey, this is what they show stuff Scott D'Amore taught them, and
Swade's going to school tonight, I think.
100%.
He is deep in the classroom right now.
But they got the fans on their side, so
That is true.
That could be consequential in this match. But, you know, there's no outsiders, there's no managers. This is just straight up pure pro wrestling. That's what I like to see. You know, this poor ref was working way too hard previously.
Yeah, last time she was out here, we had an entire army to deal with on each side here.
Yeah.
This is a match
Mascots and
fitting
all.
the main event of STL versus the World 2. This is everything this night is about. Making new stars, showcasing the athletes that are here in St. Louis, and bringing in some of the best professional wrestlers in the whole world. This is everything that Grandel Wrestling is trying to be.
This is a huge match. Chris Sabin is strutting down the apron.
I will say now, as somebody that is familiar with both Swade and Moses, I've managed against both of them. I would, granted, I am not Alex Shelley nor Chris Sabin, but I would not be playing with them. We don't play with. You don't play with your food. You kill it if you're a hunter. I think they need to get in there and deliver this thing while they've got it. I'm going to assume Alex Shelley is not pointing at me.
Yeah, he's giving a little nod because he knows how painful this hold is. That's right.
Rahim did get to the ropes. She is counting. Nobody wants to see this thing end in a disqualification, so you're likely to see some leeway, and maybe Shelley exploiting that right now.
Clear execution of the game plan. Isolated, knees destroyed. Kid can't stand up. How you gonna drop kick? You know, took out the one tool that he showed off early. You know, Sabin and Shelley have wrestled guys taller than them thousands of times. You know,
this is methodical too.
Yeah.
I mean, you've watched them from the jump just pick apart Rahim De La Suede. For technical difficulties to have a real shot, I think we're at the point Suede's got to tag out and get a rest. Shelley hoists him up, knee breaker. Big enziguri, now that could be the moment. Rahim De La Suede, you hear Moses is over there trying to rally him, trying to get him his bearings about him so he can get Suede crawling towards him. He's got to get the tag here.
Shelley's got a little bit of foot. Nope, he's going for the tag. I think he's going for the tag.
Sabin in, Moses in. He delivers some right hands to Chris Sabin. Big counter to Sabin. Enziguri rocks him. Shelley comes in, waist lock from behind. Big block again for Moses. Big back elbow. Enzi to Shelley. Moses, a house of fire here. They've got to capitalize. Moses comes in, big full head of steam for a clothesline. Boot to Shelley. Comes out, bulldog. Clothesline combination. Going for a pin. 1, 2, no. Yeah, these guys no slouches. They hung in there with Isaacs and Nelson that we saw earlier tonight at the last Grandel Wrestling versus St. Louis versus the World. They put on a show there then, so they've earned the opportunity to be in a match like this. And Moses showing why.
Oh, he was going for a bulldog off the second rope. Sabin landed that monster Yakuza kick.
And that silenced this crowd and silenced Moses. He ate every inch of that boot, and he's trying to get a tag. He's over in his corner, but Suede is not ready. Suede is still on the ground.
Normally, I don't like the mouth guard, but perhaps tonight it was a good choice. Yes, definitely.
He might have needed Louis' helmet.
That would be a foreign object.
The end may be nigh here, but
let's go.
They counted the tag.
Baseball slide kick. Oh no!
They counted the tag.
Slide kick, no sir. Right in his kneecap. Boy, oh boy.
Oh, and a classic machine gun combination. There's the baseball slide to Moses. Shelley comes in. Shelley saving the day.
Keep it.
Combination maneuver from the top rope, and that might be it.
Drop
Moses
kick,
down,
face
Sway
first.
down. Thanks for coming. 1, 2. No! Only a 2 count as Swade somehow able to dig down and kick out.
It's good to hear the fans rallying behind STL. But Chris Sabin seems to have the most energy.
It could be too little too late at this point. Moses is down on the ground.
He might be waiting for that second win.
Swade
One more second.
I
You
think
just need.
we're looking for third wins at this point. They came in
Cradle
house of
shot.
fire and got
Cradle
struck down.
shot.
No cradle shot today. Dragon Screw takes his leg out.
Well, he doesn't forget his target.
Caught up. 1, 2. Here's Shelley calling for Sabin to tag. Can't quite get there though. Moses back in the game. Both men, but look at that. 1, 2. Shelley at the last second able to break it up. A great combo.
15 minutes elapsed
Held
of the
that
match, 15
German
minutes now.
until Swade could get there for the cover, and Shelley had to come in and save Sabin.
Yeah, Shelley was lucky that happened near their corner instead of the opposite corner. Otherwise, that would have been 3 for sure. Technical difficulties got him on the ropes right now.
Straps down. Great tag team presence, pulling Sabin into his corner for the tag. Shelley down on the outside. Northern Lights suplex. That is a shooting star on the ground. Big Boston Crab. That could do it.
I don't know if he got all of it because that knee.
Shelley's trying to get in, but he can't get to him. Shelley can't break this up. He might tap. Sabin could tap. And able to shove him at the last second. Alex Shelley breaks up the pin. The submission, rather. And everyone down in a heap.
It's good to see Alex Shelley rising first, swinging fast. Oh,
Big high knee. That
even
rocked
faster
Shelley.
knee.
This thing is broken down, all 4 men in the ring.
His
Ate
face
that rope.
caught that rope, not even the buckle. That's way more painful.
That could tear your face right up. Big shot, that could do it.
Monster kick by Sabin.
Here comes De La Suede. Nobody home for that knee this time. Waistlock, nobody there. Shelley breaks it up. Sabin saves Shelley. Big cutter. Big cutter right in the center of the ring. That might dispose of Suede. And now Moses in the center of the ring with the greatest tag team of all time. Fighting back against both of them, but this may be a matter of time. Moses doing his best to fight against both Motor City Machine Guns. Hoisted up. Reverse atomic drop, cuts the legs out. Here we go, drop kick to the face. That is classic Motor City Machine Guns right there.
You can just tell by the way they move. They are on point tonight. They are crisp. They're clean. They're not missing.
They're aware of each other's presence at all times. And this might be it.
Some kind of combo
2,
Rubik's Cube.
3.
Wow.
Hell of an effort from technical difficulties, but there are your winners. The Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin.
That's light speed. That was light speed they hit that combo with. You could gotta respect that, man.
It's not the result that they wanted. It's not the result that the fans wanted. But technical difficulties will be better for this loss. They will learn from this, and maybe someday they will be on the level of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. They may be the ones returning from the world years from now.
I like seeing Sabin's face, man. You can tell he went through it. He's proud of his performance tonight. You know, he had his hands full.
And I'm proud of the performers of everybody tonight. A stacked card. Matt, it was a pleasure to be able to share the night with you. That is going to be it.
World-class show, top to bottom.
For STL versus the World 2 Grandel Wrestling. Stay tuned on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Grandel Wrestling for the next Grandel Wrestling event. Thank you so much. I've been Greg Jovi alongside Matt Seidel, and we will see you next time.